All right, everyone. Hope you're all doing good today. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for another episode of Speedruns From the Crypt, your bi-weekly horror hotfix. I hope you all been having a good day today so far. Before we do dive into the idea of what we're doing today, just for a couple of announcements on the GDQ era waves. First things first, Games Done Quick is hiring. If you have experience in administrative assistance, you can apply for a mainline event contract in sponsorship operations. If you're an expert in broadcast strategy and marketing development and are looking for full-time work, you can apply to be a part of the management team as creative director at Games Done Quick. You can apply or share with someone you know who may be interested by February 15th, which I think is like 4 days. And as well, if you're ever curious or interested in running on GDQ, you can check out this week's schedule and submit runs. Be showcased on gdq.gg/hotfix. All right, so today it is February 11th, and I thought it would be fun with Valentine's Day to coming up that we can check out a game that is a little romantic, a little scary, and a little silly. It's probably one of my personal favorite games, and a game you probably don't see very often, probably because the speedrun's really long, and, well, you know how that goes. But today we're going to be looking at the original version of Lollipop Chainsaw, and we'll learn all about that and kind of how the game is. It's a pretty long one if you've ever seen this game, and a pretty fun one. Anyway, here's Lollipop Chainsaw, 90% new game with Froob. Take it away.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, as X said, this is Lollipop Chainsaw. It is the original, not the repop version. We'll talk about the differences in a bit, but essentially for some of the really cool and big out of bounds that we got, we do kind of need to do it on the original version because it just doesn't work on repop. So this is quite a long run, so we're just going to get started immediately. We do the run on the easy because, you know, that's actually the quickest way to do it, but you can actually die quite easily in this game. So if you're ready, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, one thing to say already, I am already behind pace on everybody else who runs this game because I am running the game on PS3. I don't have access to the 360 version. And the 360 version allows you to install the game to the hard drive. So the load times on PS3 are a little rough. Even in the prologue alone, I'm losing, I think it's like 45 seconds to a minute and a half compared to good old Xbox runners. So it's just the kind of like the times of, you know, some games are better on Xbox, some games are better on, you know, PS3, blah, blah, blah. But it's Lollipop Chainsaw. We play as Juliet Starling. We're going to school right now. And as you can see, there are zombies. Nice and simple. So we are a cheerleader for the San Romero Knights, I believe it is. As you can see, how to cook, life pom-pom attacks, triangle for your chainsaw. We will be doing but the combat in this is actually a lot more interesting than you would probably think it would be. The pom-pom attacks will enable us to stun and make zombies groggy, which we'll get into when that becomes a bit more important. But right now, this is our first encounter that we have to get through. This kind of tells you, like, you know, it shows you have to save, like, all the students and stuff like that. But you'll see that I'm doing a lot of strong attacks right now. You can see that with every strong attack for now, until we get a little bit of attack up, the first hit basically gets rid of one arm, the second hit gets rid of a second, and the third hit takes care of the zombie. Now, the important thing is that we don't kill multiple zombies together in 3 or more. You'll see why. You will definitely see why. There is no avoiding it. But essentially what we're going to be doing is trying to kill, at the very least, multiple zombies together without doing more than 2. So this is your kind of like introduction to saving students and stuff like that. Saving students determines whether or not you get the good ending of the video game or the bad ending. Because of the fact that saving all the students is quite slow, as you will see in the next chapter, we don't do that. Lollipops are your method of healing. You can hold up to 9, so we'll be grabbing a whole bunch of those. One thing the game didn't say earlier is that you can do low chainsaw attacks with the X button, which helps for a whole bunch of these crawling zombies. Crawling zombies, for the most part, are a one-hit kill. And you also have to be very careful because the crawling zombies will actually jump at you and interrupt your attacks. 2 spawn here, 2 spawn back here, and then 1 spawns ahead of us. You can hit the zombies before they actually spawn for the most part, as long as Juliet doesn't miss. And then after this, we'll be carrying on over the bus. The nice thing about like all the QTs in this game is they're very context sensitive. So like the chainsaw stuff will always be triangle, which is your chainsaw. The jumping over stuff will be circle, which is always your dodge/jump button. And there you go. So you can press over dodge enemy attacks, and as said, we can make them like a bit groggy, but you'll see that I'm like trying to hit like multiple together without killing them all together. So like getting like a double like that is really nice. You can jump over zombies as well. Jumping over zombies will actually be important for later. It'll be when we get to like one of the first few named zombies. Sometimes zombies can grab you. If they do, there's a short QTE to basically get them off you a bit quicker. Unfortunately, you will just lose a whole bunch of time if that happens. Okay. One of the other things we're also going to be doing, this is very, very important whenever we do have to go through these bits of rescuing our classmates. We will be walking close to them when we've rescued them, because it just makes it so that the game like makes the next animation go a bit faster. You get the money reward also a bit faster, so you just go faster. Surprise. Speed running. What a shock.
It's also, oh, good.
Yeah, go on. No, go on.
I was gonna say, it's also kind of weird because when you're saving a lot of the survivors, they're supposed to be tied to whether or not you get the good ending or the bad ending, and I think you basically save 99% of the survivors. You miss a single one.
Yes, and it's going to be coming up in a little bit. So we mostly, the nice thing is when the zombies are like spawning in for like these bits, we know where they're spawning in from, which is really nice. So we kind of know, hey, they're going to spawn here. The next set's going to be by this gate. Now this game, we haven't mentioned it yet. There are some references that are a bit... Yes. This is a collab between Suda51, who came out of a new game yesterday, and the James Gunn. So it's, as you can probably guess, an experience, and you will get to experience most of it. There are skippable cutscenes in the game, and if you look at the bottom left, you'll see this little meter is filling up. When we get to the next screen, you'll see what that's for. I like to call it the DMCA button. You'll understand very shortly.
Yeah. Also, we're pretty sure the YouTube video is not going to have it's going to have some trouble with ad revenue, which we're very grateful for, because it means you actually get to hear the soundtrack of the game, which has a lot of fun songs. So we appreciate that we're able to play this.
So if you can hear this, that was actually really good not to hit all three of them.
That is an amazing Hey Mickey. What?
Yeah. I'm actually stunned I didn't get a triple there.
Anyway, hold on. Let's see something here. We're going to wait till the end before we explain something. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There
we had one. So this is sparkle hunting. Sparkle hunting is this long animation that's to be really cool. You're hunting zombies and you're sparkle hunting. Now it's awesome casually because you get that nice animation of Juliet doing the slow motion zombie kill. It happens whenever you kill 3 or more zombies at the same time. Now, we talked about this earlier. Every time the animation plays, if you have to watch it, that's very bad.
Yep.
Because zombies dying is fast, having to watch them always die, pretty bad.
So this is your tutorial on groggy zombies. Groggy zombies basically have like these stars over their heads. They go down in one hit, no matter what kind of zombie they are. This is going to be very important for some really annoying zombies later on. Even in this stage, this guy actually took a lot more damage than I expected him to. Kind of surprised about that.
All right, 3 of 3 for the level. You're like we said, you're basically saving every survivor almost always. Like, technically you could let some die, but it's usually faster to let them live.
Yep. Yeah.
There's
the nice thing is
that's faster to kill if you can do it, but you don't always get it.
Yeah. Yeah, the one nice thing as well about us saving these survivors that we have to in the first level as well, we're getting a lot of money, which we're going to be using when we go shopping. You're going to see a shop ahead of us, but we're not going to go and use that shop right now. Also, Juliet's chainsaw just so happens to be, a phone, as you do. It's a very impressive chainsaw. It does a lot of things, as you'll see.
Hey, it's Mom, Juliet.
Oh, it's Mom. Hey.
Taking care of yourself. Don't do anything stupid, okay?
Thanks, Mom. We definitely won't. We will. Almost immediately, actually.
Also, so we're heading to the next fight coming up. Something kind of funny since we're talking about the sparkle hunting. In most cases, it's not going to be good to get the cinematic. However, there is one trade-off for that. which is the higher you can actually get it, because it actually goes beyond 3. Like, you can go, I think, as many zombies are in the area, technically.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you get more than 6, but definitely you can go up to 6. I think you can. Like,
I don't know
think
the
I've
highest I've ever
seen
had,
7?
but basically it's not too bad as long as you can get the number to be high. Because the animation's bad, but if you get like 6 in one go, then it's like, okay, you basically killed the whole room. It doesn't really matter if you went slow or not.
Yeah. Also, I said money is quite important. You'll see me running past money here because we don't actually need to get this money that we're passing by. Even if I don't get the sparkle hunting, I should be getting enough money in the segments to get what we want. But if we don't get everything that we want straight away, then we'll get it on the next shop that we usually bypass.
Yep. For shopping, we want to make sure we have enough money to make purchases on levels 1, 3, and 5. This does not count as level 1. This would be like level 0. And we do those levels because they're going to have the breakpoints for upgrades you want. Technically, if you had more money, you could buy upgrades, quote unquote. But it's one of those games where, oh, now you're in the new hub. There are new upgrades, so you have new things to buy. And the toys you want happen to spawn in 1, 3, and 5. Yep, we're also starting to learn a lot more about these big fights. As you can see here, we have 19 of 26. And you may also notice that Froob has not used his, should we just call it the the DMCA button? Is that the name of it? I think it's the star power. We're going to call it that more officially. The Hey Mickey button. We haven't used that yet, and it's not for modesty. There's a reason, because once you pass this, we're going to head to this section. There's going to be a fight with, or 2 more fights left. One with basic zombies, and then one with these really strong boss enemies that are going to get introduced. And Froob has a secret to deal with them.
Yep. So, yeah, it turns me around every time. So you'll also see, here's George. George here basically has a large HP bar and a name. I'm actually surprised he didn't get knocked back there. That's not great of an angle. So we're going to let George run back to us. But essentially, with the dodge, not the jump, with the dodge, if you use a light attack, you basically, if you hit them into a wall, can groggy them. So I have to be like relatively close to be able to get him to bounce off. This was going very well up until this bit. But as you can see, instantly goes down. Those zombies take a very long time to go down. I mean, a ridiculously long time to go down. There are also going to be zombies like this that don't have name cards, but do have HP bars. They're exceedingly annoying to take care of because they have like mass hyper armor. They'll just go through all of your attacks. Or I'm just going to hit this. Hey, Jerry.
These ones also block too, so this is very nice.
I'm glad I got the first one here because I don't want to get the triple, because it's very easy to get the triple for these if none of them run towards you.
All right, and that is the prologue.
I'm pretty happy with that, actually.
And I guess we get a little bit of the lore of the game as we say, because we're not going to see the cutscene, but yeah, it's your 18th birthday. You want to hang out with your boyfriend, have a good time. But you find out that your boyfriend's turned into a zombie. So naturally, you do the thing where you chop off his head, and you turn it into a cute accessory that goes on your, like, your skirt, I guess? It's kind of like a keychain.
Yep. She has a belt.
Yep. You'll be seeing Headless Nick. Or, sorry, Bodiless Nick. He has a head. In fact, that's the only thing he has.
He is a head.
Yeah, he's just the head. You realize she used some weird zombie hunting magic, and she can preserve just his head. And
don't ask, it's not explained.
yeah, he'll be here the whole game. You can stare at Nick, and I part of the reason I wanted this game today is because this is, believe it or not, a love story. It's a Valentine's game, and it's like, hey, you know, we either go. I think last year we did Valentine's Day with Jill. The year before that was love. So we're back on love. Anyway, there he is. He'll be talking as we go.
Yeah. So a lot of people obviously know me for running Yakuza games, and like they're kind of surprised that I run this game. Fun fact, Nick's voice actor is the voice of Nishiki in the original OG PS2 Yakuza dub. So there you go. That's the connection.
It all works out.
So for the score, we're going to be running forward. Obviously, as you can see, we're getting very much railroaded into specific directions. This is Mr. Fitzgibbon. Mr. Fitzgibbon is going to be our kind of tutorial enemy for jumping over him, but not in this room. He's going to decide to leave in a second, but there's your tutorial on leapfrogging enemies. It's very good. You can combo into them, and again, for a lot of enemies that do guard and we don't want to use our star power, we will be able to just take them out a lot easier than obviously just hitting them from the front like this. So, again, just waves of zombies that we just have to take care of is the usual. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. This is going to be a zombie sparkle. It wasn't. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. Again, zombies on the ground, really annoying to deal with. We are going to get a ground-based move that actually deals them really well. Again, I don't know how he's not gone yet. I'm fairly certain I saw him get hit like 3 times in that. Should have gone down in just one. So it doesn't matter if you stay by the door, the game does pull you back into the middle of the room. So there are some bits where we'll like try and go a bit further ahead. For this corridor, you can try and lead these zombies a bit further down the corridor, but most of the time they won't follow you. So we're going to deal with the early feud whilst we're down this way, and then go and save that guy.
Also, I was asked in chat, yes, this is a Suda 51 game. If anyone does not know what that means, he's created a lot of different, I guess artsy titles is a good way of putting it. A lot of this type of game as well. A lot of people know Killer is Dead, Killer 7, and probably No More Heroes is the most significant one.
Yep. We have a new one.
And recently, Romeo's the
yesterday.
Dead Man, which came out yesterday, which we're talking about.
Yep, I finished it today. Great game if you love Suda games.
I'm waiting tomorrow to play it.
I think you'll enjoy it a lot.
See, it would have been
As we said
today,
earlier,
but I
we're
have
gonna
to
stay
be
by this
here. Which I like being here. That's the thing. I like being here, but that's the difference. Also,
We have to
something
take care of this
annoying,
room, right? I keep,
you need to be in both
forgetting if
rooms.
you have to do, yeah, I keep forgetting if you have to do this one or not.
Something kind of funny is you notice Fruit has to actually go to the people he saves. We're hitting the point that it's not quite automatic anymore, and you can actually miss the money if you're not careful. Because you can
Like
have the
this guy.
save, but yeah. If you don't touch them, you don't get the money, and the money will be very important.
Yeah. So, this is going to be the leapfrog tutorial. We're going to jump over Mr. Fitzgibbon. We're still not going to use our star power. We don't quite have it yet. But essentially, as you can see by the game is telling you outright, jump behind or hit the enemy from behind, and you can just do, like, all the damage. So what I'm going to do is get close to him, do this, and do this. He's actually going to attack me here, so by leapfrogging again, you can interrupt his attack, which will stop him from obviously doing that big charge attack, which is really nasty. As an health value, he will drop this, and then he'll just be takeoutable. Again, just do that, get behind him. Hopefully he isn't a problem, but he is being a little
There
bit
we
of a
go.
problem. I also mentioned with the named zombies here that you can see, these named zombies, they actually have a few that are exclusive to New Game Plus. So that's supposed to give you your, replayability factor.
They also have I don't remember what it's called. It's like very hard mode.
Yes.
Once you beat the game once.
Fuck! I think that zombie's.
It's also a good time to mention, there is a coarse language in this video game and also certain language that should not be repeated at certain times.
It was a very, what's the word? It came out in 2012.
2000s. Yeah.
Like, it definitely shows its age in that way.
Yes.
For that benefit, we're not having on the subtitles, but just to be warned, they do say some less than nice things
Unsavory
sometimes.
stuff. Yes.
I guess they are trying to kill you, so probably you get them back, but yeah. Also, now we're introduced to the new mechanic. So, Headless Boyfriend Nick, he can be put onto different bodies without heads, and then they usually just solve a puzzle for you. So this is a guy with a explosive barrel. He will break the wall for us. And we'll get different body parts as we kind of go along. He just has to do this. And then he usually does a little dance with us, too.
Whoa! This feels weird. I'm blue and stuff.
All right, now we get
Sound
the
went behind
first
them.
of our shopping. Hopefully we have enough money for 2 upgrades, at least. The main ones we're going to prioritize, obviously, is damage, but also I think every hack and slash has, like, the golden move that you want. And in this game, it is going to be the Armadillo Spin. The Armadillo Spin is going to be a very busted move. Also, enjoy the music here.
I don't think I have enough. I think it's 120. It is. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
It's all right. We can get it at the next shop, luckily. We're a little bit down. That's quite all right. But once we get 17 more money, we'll have the armadillo spin. Normally, you'll be able to see it. It's going to be a very strong ability, but we shall see.
Yeah. I'm unironically down a little bit because I haven't gotten enough sparkle huntings. Like, if I'd have got one more sparkle hunting, I'd be like
playing
two
good.
coins off.
For what it's worth, you actually probably could go back to the same shop at the end of the fight.
Yeah. I think I'll carry
I
on,
think there's
'cause
one at the end of the hub. Yeah, there's money. Well, actually, not yet. It's 108, really. 108.
Look, all the NPCs are going down way quicker than they usually are. It's weird.
I can't remember. I think it's the next hallway, because I know like one of these you want to sparkle hunt. I don't remember which one it is.
Yeah, there's the sparkle hunting at the end of the ways for this one.
Right.
The star that I picked up, that is a free full star mode. Here's Ryu. Is Ryu the sparkle? Oh no, the sparkle is the zombie basketball. That's right.
Well, I think after this fight, isn't there like a giant star right at the end of it? Or
I think it was
area?
before this one. Yeah, I think it was before this one.
Maybe.
So the gun cops are frustrating. So you'll see, again, I'm trying to do this. And then if I can do the actual thing that I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to, you know, do the drop kick, I can hopefully get you into the wall and just take you out instantly. Would have just been quicker to take care of the guy at this point. Like, you can see there that the actual coins that Ryu dropped there, we didn't get all of them because we just walked away from them. We have the weird turning minigame that I can never do correctly.
It's not the lollipop.
I think we have the insta-death QT next, don't we?
Yes. One of them will be coming up. All right, so this is a bus. If you get hit, you die. That's a bus. That's all there is to it. Don't get hit by a bus. The game has a lot of QTEs. Some of them more creative. Some of them like just push the button. And this one, you have to chainsaw the wall, and then you're able to block the bus from killing you.
We'll have zombies coming out of these lockers. We've got to deal with them as well. They should all follow me down here. So I'll be going all the way to the end. We have these exploding zombies now, by the way. Didn't mention that. Unsurprisingly, they explode, which means they do take out themselves after like a certain period of time if you let them, but they can also do a lot of damage to you. So it's basically a little bit of give and take of like, you know, do you think you have the health to basically survive it, which we should do at this point. We should also mention about that gold lollipop there. It's just a collectible.
Zombies totally pulled my underwear up my butt.
There you go. So I got definitely enough money now. You can hit these lockers as well while waiting for the next like scene transition to get a little bit more money. We should be good at this point. We definitely have armadillo spin when we can get it next. Which I think is coming up. I can't remember if it's before or after basketball. For this bit, we don't have to deal with any of these zombies. We just have to keep going.
Yep, unless the game tells you like that big number, like blank of blank, like, you know, like 0 of 7 or something like that, you don't have to fight them.
Look what those jerks did to our school.
Yeah, but it does get me up.
Also, I guess right now is a good time to mention one of the reasons we really wanted the OST of this game is because the game is kind of designed based around music as a pretty heavy theme. Every level has different genres playing all throughout because it's supposed to be different like high school subcultures. So you'll have like punks, you'll have metalheads, you'll have like hippies, and you'll kind of hear the different music as it's playing. And the soundtrack is like a mixture of licensed songs, but also an original one made by Akira Yamaoka, actually. Also, here's a mechanic you see like twice. It's really good, but you see it like maybe 3 times total.
Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, there are times that it'll be basically useless and looks kind of cool. Which is weird because when they did the Repop game, the remaster, they actually nerfed this for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, while it is effective, but it shows up 3 times in the total game. Which, why would you nerf an ability that gets used, like... It's not even like an active. It just, if you see a pole, you can do it. Otherwise, you don't get to do it.
Okay, so this is going to be our one student that we don't actually save. Not that guy. That guy, you can't. That guy. So yeah, as you can see, bomber zombies explode on contact with fire zombie, which there isn't actually a fire zombie there. They just explode on that guy, so that guy doesn't have much luck. But he's essentially the one that we will not be saving because I'll be busy dealing with everybody out here in the corridor.
So
As you can see,
if you
4 or 7
can
and then-
save him, you can. Otherwise, it's not the big deal. The reason why you can't get the good ending, though, is near the end of the game. One of the skips bypasses probably the hardest survivor in the game to save.
Oh, the unfinished cathedral. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy, and you have to like escort him, walk through, and then it's like a bunch of firemen and bombs in a room with explosives.
Oh, forgot about that guy.
And that's the reason why the good ending can't be obtained on the speedrun. Also, here's a cool mechanic that you jump on heads.
Yep.
And then she references the movie Predator.
All Fists of the North Star. Much to my chagrin.
You're already dead.
See?
Oh, you get that
So
one?
fun. Yeah.
I always get the, if it bleeds, I can kill it.
I think it alternates between them as we do the game. The fun fact as well, I'm sure you're aware of that one. With that first one, it's always one button. The rest of them will alternate between every single button, but that one is always just a single button.
No, you spoke Japanese, Nick?
Well, I
I
can't speak Japanese, Juliet. I just know that one word.
Anime fans.
Simple innocence is one of the most attractive things about you.
They have a healthy relationship. Yeah, the shop is after zombie basketball. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this without
Something else written.
I have to do this without good old armadillo spin, but that should be fine because I'm fairly certain for zombie basketball, all zombies go down in one hit anyway.
Basically.
Game's already
Yeah.
started.
It tends to be more of a detriment, if anything, because the blocking guy doesn't, like, you get stunned a lot in this.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
Considering I'm European, I don't know basketball very well. Do you want to explain zombie basketball?
Sure. So it's right now it's 0 to 100. You need to even the score. Every time you kill a zombie, you will get points scored. And it's actually the rules of basketball. So if you're outside the 3-point line, you get 3. If you're in, you get 2. Now the catch is, oh, why would I ever want to be in the 2-point line or outside of the, or inside the, in the field? The reason why is because there's one blocker that will occasionally come out, and well, he blocks. But Froob actually removed his arms, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that
but then
actually worked pretty well.
Yeah. But they just come out, they'll try to block your hits. As it progresses, I think there's also I don't know what to call him exactly, but he's more of a bouncer type guy who will try to actually stun you more, and they're harder to kill. But for the most part, it just makes sure you get the kills and try to get 100 points before the timer runs out. This actually is not an auto-scroller because it's all based on how quickly you can actually get these kills, which the cheerleaders are also really annoying enemies, and they'll continue to be annoying as we go. So much so that, yes, this is kind of worth it. I don't know why they're so annoying. They just don't really take damage the way that any other enemy takes damage, and I guess they're supposed to be more nimble or something, so they kind of dodge hits.
Yeah, when you hit them as well, like the first thing that goes is their like arms and legs. Oh
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, and there's
Not the greatest.
basketball.
Yeah, not the greatest, that's for sure.
It's also not too bad to use the star power anytime really, like before this or here, because I believe for one of the next major encounters we'll be getting another refresh.
Where's that voice
Yeah.
coming from?
Sometimes
most
you'll have
of the
items in
time-
the game.
Yeah, most of the time we'll have the skill we've been hinting at called Armadillo Spin for that, which makes dealing with zombies very, very much easier in that place. But because I didn't have it, I decided to prioritize my star power. We will have with this shop, and this is an insta-death escape, but you got like 6 seconds just to run right. It's not too hard. With this shop, we will be getting said skill.
Now here we go. Now we can afford the. There it is. And I think you should have good money for the next shop at least.
Yeah, I think we should be good. So this is Armadillo Spin. This is going to make zombie sparkling very easy, which, oh, the musicians. The musicians are very annoying.
Yep, here. This is where it kind of begins with the zombie. Like, we're gonna be getting this a lot more, and this is also why it's not too bad to get like groups of 4 when you do it.
Yeah.
because you're gonna be seeing this a lot. Armadillo spin, it really is that strong because you're basically cutting off multiple limbs at once and you're giving the full brunt of the spin to basically whatever enemies it hits, and usually it'll, like, if you activate it, an enemy dies. That's basically the long and short of it. And is basically effective on pretty much every enemy in the game.
Yep, even bosses, as you will see. Well, apart from one boss, you can't get to chainsaw them.
Yeah. We will have another ability we are grabbing later. We won't unlock it though. I think until I think it's 3, like hub 3 you get it.
I think it's just off the abandoned farm skip.
Yeah. And then after that, those are the only 2 combat abilities you really need. To be Armadillo Spin, and the other one, it will actually be Butt Slam. I don't know if that's what the name of it is,
yes,
but
yeah.
it gives you a free stun. So that'll be the one we get later. But it's not unlocked yet in the shop, so if you wanted to grab it, would be good. But it's more or less just going to be an easier way of doing what Fru's been doing with the drop kicks.
So as we try and leave, we'll have another name zombie, more zombie cops. You'll get to see just how good the Armadillo Spin is, although I'm going to try and, yeah, get you because you're annoying. Just get this. I do like doing this because it makes it a lot quicker and faster most of the time. You can Armadillo Spin for that one if you get a good angle, but the way I was coming at that as an angle was not good. I am actually going to take a heal here, even though, you know, I'm not full. Just in case. So yeah, a lot of the combat now. There's a nice fall for you. A lot of the combat now becomes a lot of like trying not to get too many of those, and it actually makes the combat like really interesting in this game. We have bomb zombies and fire zombies. Yeah, this one you again can let them like get to each other if you want. You don't have to. Like they will explode if they do. You obviously have to watch your HP if that happens. Which I don't know. Don't ask me what I'm doing right now. Can't tell you what angle I was trying to get for there. I will be using my Mickey at the end of this, because I think we get a free refill.
I think this is the one I was thinking about earlier.
Yeah, I think it is. This is why musician zombies are a pain. They always have their like guitars and they can just stop you like that. So once again,
oh no,
canister guy.
Whatever will we do? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. I mean, even if we don't get like the refill on the DMCA mode, we will be getting enough to get that back for when we actually need it.
It's also mentioned that the DMCA mode is also just a general buff in power, which is good to keep in mind because while I'll one-shot all of the basic zombies and even the special zombies, for bosses, you're going to want to, like, having it is just a nice DPS increase.
Keep forgetting you have to go through that door before the cutscene starts. Every time.
Yep, all right, we're right. This is the one where you'll have the star right after this fight, I think. Also, if you ever want to feel old, this line in the game is probably going to do it to you. At least it should be coming up at some point here, but yeah, no, one of the pivotal plot points of this game is that the main villain knows Juliet's birthday because he found it on her Facebook.
Yep.
Which, I don't know the last time I logged into Facebook. I don't know about a lot of you.
I disabled mine like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah. Also, is being asked why play the original and not the remaster. The original keeps all of the original music and, more importantly, all of the actual speed tech. The new version has none of the actual cool tricks. And funny enough, the new version I think ends up being faster because you're playing, like, the loads are just better than running on a 360 or a PS3, but it's not nearly as interesting of a run.
Take it from
because
the
we're hitting
don't run
actually next
PS3 if
level.
you
We're gonna
can't.
actually start getting a lot of the tech we're gonna be getting. Because believe it or not,
Yes.
this game has a surprising amount of skips you can do to outright skip fights you're not supposed to.
Yep.
Not let the fire zombies touch the
So they're going to start running as of this point. You can let them, despite what Nick says, you can actually let them touch the dynamite cake like 2-3 times, I believe.
Yep, it's like basically kind of a health bar. I think it takes part of the explosives out each time, and then you're left with the big one, if I remember right.
let the fire zombies touch the dynamite.
There's the free power-up.
Yeah. This bit is on a timer, so like the zombies will spawn in after a certain time. He's gonna hit it. It's fine. This one has a runner on the left. We need to be a bit more careful of you.
Fire zombies away from that dumb cake.
Hey! Stop that. Oh, that didn't help.
That worked out anyway.
Yeah.
There we go. He ends up dying anyway, so.
All good. And then even after all that, here's just some zombies in wheelbarrows with dynamite and run away.
Also, we talked a lot about the music and some of the.
Again?
There we go. We're talking a lot about the music and why the repop doesn't quite have it. This game was a very weird collaboration of Suda and James Gunn, and it was made by Grasshopper, but also it is straight up a Warner Brothers game as well. So they had a lot going into it, which kind of justifies how they're able to get so many of the tracks they use. There's also a lot of big names attached to this game that
Yes.
I'm actually really worried if they make any sequels, because they've talked about wanting to do like an anime series and Lollipop Chainsaw 2. But like, one, Tara Strong's the main character who got a lot more famous after this game. You have Linda Cardellini. You have the woman who plays Amanda in Saw. I think someone earlier mentioned Michael Rooker.
Yep.
There's a lot of big Hollywood names in this game because of the collaboration, really. Like, they have a lot of... like, basically, they're not going to get anyone back. The long way of putting it, they would not be able to get anyone back in this game.
Yeah. And we're going to mention very briefly, they will never get this one back, and we are not going to say why.
And it's actually one of the changes they did in Repop. From what I heard, they replaced him with a different voice actor. I don't remember who, though.
I don't know either, but good change. Actually,
Yeah.
good change.
There's some controversy around it. That's most will probably lead into it.
Yeah. Yeah, in this bit, he's going to attack us by throwing letters at us, which we're just going to obviously avoid, although for some reason like, there was an invisible wall there. And then we're going to have to keep going through like barricades, and there's going to be insta-death cuties like these ones coming up that we just have to avoid, etc. You know the drill.
I do know there is a skip you can do here, but it's one of those weird skips that I don't actually even know how much time it would save. Like, usually it's worth it just to do it normally.
So we're gonna get to like the door or the car that we can break, but unfortunately you see some of these letters will still hit us, so it's a little bit more worth just waiting until the letters have gone, because of the fact that you will just get hit if you're trying to saw the car in half. I had this one avoided my armadillo spins all the time, but they did. Happen again. This one I do like trying to hit early, but I got stuck on that zombie, so I'm just gonna wait for a second. And there we go. Nicely, the zombies don't attack you when you're actually doing the chainsawing, which is really weird because they should. That last little cheeky one at the end there.
It should also be mentioned, if you miss any of these QTEs, it's basically immediate death.
Yep.
One of those games.
You have to wait for half a second there before you can actually hit the QTE. We don't have to wait for the letters anymore, but the letters are going to come back with a passion in the boss fight that's about to happen. Mind you, this is still stage 1. Some stages in this game are pretty long.
All right, but now we're getting ready for the boss. They give you a little lollipop if you're low on health. This is going to be Zed. I kind of mentioned earlier about the musical genres. Zed is based on punk rock. That is the first kind of stage. He's a punk rocker. Yes, he is.
Yep.
And a lot of this game is going to be made of boss fights that have a lot more phases than you think. The health bar is never actually accurate. Phase 1 is a pretty normal fight. He'll throw letters at you. You dodge the letters, you hit him.
I'm hoping for a specific attack that he has just not done, which is a pain. That was also not what I wanted to do there, because I didn't want to stop his attacks. If I do that, it's a free attack from behind with the DMZ mode. Nice and easy, that's phase 1.
Clearly you just won the fight. Oh my god, it's just finished. You won. Right? It's never that easy. Also, where's the execution?
What is happening?
He wants to be here longer. All right, as we're just saying, the fight is not done. You hack everyone's zombies. They're zombie lords. So yeah, they're not killing them in one hit. He puts himself back together.
There's actually, for most bosses in this game, there are 3 phases. There's one boss that has 8.
Yeah, he's kind of a menace. Phase 2, it's kind of a mini game. He's gonna have these amps. It's kind of funny because I think you're meant to originally follow him kind of deal, but basically if you see amp, destroy amp. And normally you do want to chase him. He'll hop around between all these amps, but you can get a lot of mileage out of just basically doing this. And then once you break all of his amps, he'll have the big amp. And then the big amp's going to be one of those chop it down QTEs, and he'll interrupt you with giant letters.
I'm pretty happy with how that went, actually. That went pretty decently. You can hold it quite long until you have to dodge for the letters, but there's no real reason to. You're going to have to do the same amount of dodges every time. Dodge him here. I'm surprised that still counted as him hitting me, but yeah, sure, okay.
Also, I guess something kind of rare on the Crypt episodes. Usually hosting might chime in every now and again, but Froob actually did ask me to do commentary for this one, so you could hear the commentary side, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, X been doing Lollipop Chainsaw runs longer than I have, has been in the community longer than I have, knows, more of the actual history behind the run. So it's really nice to be able to have someone who I consider a friend as well, able to just jump with commentary, joke with. This phase I hate. Simple as that.
Yep, it's basically an upgrade of phase 1. He's going to have 2 things. One, he'll have spinning disc. I don't know what they're meant to be. They look like the Destructo disc out of PvZ. And then you actually get a look at the I guess mechanic every boss will have. Once he is down on his health, executing will not be as easy. He's actually going to have a last stand. So once we hit finish him, you'll see what we're talking about. His last stand will be giant letters, and we kind of get this cool wave of it.
I hate this a lot. I hate this attack.
See, A and E. What do you like, A or E? Which one? It's supposed to be yeah.
Neither, please.
I never realized it's supposed to be yeah. I never noticed the Y's and the H's. I always just see the A's.
I hate this. I just do not like this move at all. I do not deal well with this move at all because you think it would go like a certain pattern. It's not. You know what? Yeah, I have a feeling that might actually work.
There's the classic Zed's dead.
When in doubt, armadillo spin.
There's a lot of A's.
Yes. I hate that attack so much. I loathe that attack. All right.
Also, you do get upgrades.
Yep.
This is our first one. It is going to be Chainsaw Dash.
What is the gift from the dying sensei?
Yeah, it is still Juliet's birthday, so throughout the game, her family and friends are going to give her gifts. The first one from Sensei Morikawa, and then you'll kind of get more of these, which is funny because I think there are 2 useful ones, and then you're like, oh my god, these are awesome, and then it's like, oh, here's basically nothing. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The nice thing about Chainsaw Dash, as you all can probably guess, it's movement tech, which is really nice, actually.
Yeah, this is where the run really starts picking up. We also did mention that the original version has skips that Repop doesn't. Chapter 2 will actually be seeing one of our first skips, and it's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah. And we don't need Chainsaw Dash for it, but it makes it go much faster, which is nice. But also stage 2 is a lot quicker than stage 1.
Yeah. I think the theme of this one is supposed to be, they call it Viking metal, but it's basically the classic death metal where it has, like, you see people in the black and white face paint. Like, if you ever imagine that type of metal, it's basically that.
Wait, stop! Makes me dizzy. Watch the eyes.
So one thing we should mention, it doesn't matter here because it doesn't matter for these enemies. I'm going to be careful with this guy for a second. Yep. With the chainsaw dash, your zombie sparkle or your sparkle hunting mode lasts longer. So you need to be careful not to hit too many zombies with the actual dash.
Where to now?
Most importantly, I want to find my birthday present.
Also, these blue barrels, these are about to become very important. What we need to do with them, when you hit them, it makes all the zombies around them groggy. So if I hit this one, for example, thank you. If I hit this one, for example, all the zombies are going to get groggy, and then we'll be able to take them out in one hit. It's kind of the same as like stunning them, but it's just, you know, a nice AoE, easy to do it method, etc., etc. They actually stay groggy for quite a while, which is really nice.
And it'll be even nicer when we end up getting to more of those football zombies, because they are pretty tough.
Yeah.
Explosions are such a cliche.
So I'm actually going to drive into Alexander to push him back, ideally towards the barrel, unfortunately knock him back as far as I would like. We're going to try and wait for everyone here to, you know, get a bit closer, and then just do that. Sometimes it's worth waiting a little bit to try and get them all together like that. Baseball zombies are kind of like your range zombies. They can like hit baseballs at you. They're not an issue here. We'll talk about them in a bit because they will be an issue later.
I hate it whenever
As you can tell, here's some of the licensed music that we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good tracks though.
Yes, yeah, very much so.
I think a lot of my favorite tracks are in like the 3rd and 4th levels.
Yes, yeah.
They play a lot more of the new wave music, which is like, hey, that's pretty tight.
Yep. Should also mention, it happened to me at the end there. We've been collecting these canisters while we've been chainsaw dashing. If you use chainsaw dash for too long, your chainsaw overheats, and that actually means you can't use it for normal things, like just even using it for this to get rid of this rubble. So that's another reason why we need to be a little bit careful with how much we use the chainsaw dash.
We also didn't mention it earlier, but in terms of shopping, there are going to be shops coming up. But we're not going to care too much about those, just because we don't have anything we need right now. The game has incremental upgrades, so as you mentioned, you've probably actually seen it. Every now and then you'll see Chop to Shop in the bottom right, with like these new icons coming up. That's things unlocking as we play. So what we want isn't going to be available until midway through the 3rd level, which, well, we'll shop when we get there.
No, green.
Awesome. I love
Oh, here's the favorite color one.
I fucked up. It's yellow.
Poor Nick.
Yep. Nick goes through a big experience in this game, being just ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
It's fun to hear his stories. He has a very, very
alive.
depressing backstory for some reason.
and romantic. Don't you think, Nick?
Every time he talks, it's kind of something really sad.
I know.
Which,
Like I was gonna
if he wasn't just ahead, that'd be worse. But
I know what you meant.
also, I guess we didn't really get to see Nick in body form, but he's basically your average. Actually, I don't even know he's a football player. He's just some guy wearing a Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming he played football because he's dating a cheerleader. Like, I'm assuming he probably did that as wearing a Letterman.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know if they tell you what sport he played for.
I don't think they do. Also, I should mention, with our normal combos, we do actually have a ground attack that we can do, but it kind of just makes you get stuck on the zombies a bit. So it's a bit slow.
Well, maybe.
Cool. There's a 50% chance it will be a cannibal.
Yep. So, a whole bunch of crawling baseball zombies. They'll go down in one hit. We can armadillo spin and get rid of them. We just have to be a bit careful because they're all going to come out from under the doors. Yeah, very annoying and aggressive today. So they will usually spawn in like the same way. So the first 3 will come back out of this side. The other 2 will now come behind us. And then as you can see, they'll just keep coming. It's okay to just stay over here because, like, obviously, the more of them spawn over here and the others should at least get a little bit closer. Nice thing is you thankfully can't sparkle hunting off these guys, I believe. It would be nice if you'll let me hit you once. Thank you.
That'll do. Please, Nick.
What am I gonna do?
It's very easy to get stun locked and staggered by a lot of the basic enemies in this game.
Awesome, Nick. You're the best.
Let me take care of this, Juliet. I'll just raise my fist and
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, you'll see I don't like doing the dashes when I'm near the stairs because like it's just gonna burn down my actual chainsaw dash. This room is really annoying. Really, really annoying. You saw them a little bit earlier, the firefighter zombies, in that they were breathing fire. That can stagger and stun lock you. There's 5 of them. I'm not dealing with this. I did not mean to hit all of them, but oh well. And that's that.
That's the parachute from Cordelia's present.
Hey, look, it's another one of our presents. Now, this game does like reusing minigames sometimes. You might be wondering, what minigame have we seen so far? It's the good old zombie basketball. So we're going to be doing round 2 of that coming up after the big jump.
Feel better about
They're going to be doing that a shocking amount of times for minigames you don't think they would repeat. Like, there's going to be one minigame, and I can say what it is yet. Like, we'll get there and you'll see it, and you'll be surprised when we say it repeats. Also, something to keep in note with Chainsaw Dash actual tech here. You may have noticed Fru was trying to avoid that 3rd zombie. Rules actually apply on all Juliet weapons, so we'll learn about another weapon later, but at least right now with Chainsaw Dash, if you hit 3 zombies in a row, it will actually activate Sparkle Hunting, and it will slow you down a little bit because it gives you a slow motion animation while running. It can get kind of bad, actually, especially since some of these segments get timed. So it's like, oh, here you go. I was like, hey, what, don't do that. Get out of here. Also, at least the score is more even this time. It's not 0 to 100. It's 40 to 99. But the game will be a little bit harder.
I'd like to hit this guy first, please. Thank you. You don't have to armadillo spin. It can give you like, good distance and coverage. Nice.
Yep, it's mainly nice when you have, I think the big bouncer guys are going to show up. I don't know what to call them, the enforcers maybe.
Yeah, if you go fast enough, they don't turn up, which is nice. But I think they are going to, considering. Also, one thing I haven't mentioned, you'll see as well that I'm actually doing a little bit of jump canceling.
Oh, there he is.
That's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the enforcers are pretty strong. Also, you can't hit behind the rim, because if you do, then the heads will just bounce off the back of the board. You can see the why enforcers are kind of menacing.
Come over here, please. Thank you. I'm having such bad luck right now.
They're also blockers, so not only will they stun you, they also count as they'll actually block the shots.
incredible game, Juliet. Can't wait
I would not call that an incredible game, Mr. Announcer. There's going to be bits in the chainsaw dashing parts here as well, where if we don't hit the right timing, we can actually game over.
Yep. They'll throw like a little timer on the screen, and some of those can get a lot closer than you think for some reason.
Going the top wrap of my movement has been pretty bad. This is one of them. I've already game over. I hate taking that from the side. That's interesting.
I didn't know there would be an animation down there where she's standing. That's kind of creepy.
So thankfully, the
Like,
checkpointing in this
loaded
game is relatively decent for the most part. So we'll just be, after zombie basketball. Be a bit more careful. Run out of chainsaw dash, so I'm going to go this way. So there's a pretty start path here. I like going this way just because it gets me in a better position for this bit. Because you kind of want to go straight here. It doesn't look like you should, but you do. See, it pushes you like a little bit at the end there.
Another big jump. Hold on, let's
So again,
Nick.
as X said earlier, being very careful not to hit all these zombies because it will give us the sparkle hunting.
Oh, you bit my butt.
Sorry.
Okay. So that's the I like to quantify this part by load screens. So that's the first load screen. This is going to be the second, and then on the third one, that's when we're going to do the skip. But I've also been saving obviously my sparkle mode or my DMCA mode. We're going to be using that in this next bit coming up, actually. So again, if you're a little lacking, you can go and grab that one on the roof on the way over.
He tried.
Yeah. You can't actually hit the ones that are on the treadmill until they come off the treadmill, so we're just going to take care of this guy first, and then the rest of them when they come off the treadmill like now.
Also, that right there is probably my favorite example of why Armadillo Spin is so good. Like, you had the 2 off the treadmill, and instead of having to do the classic forward combo, you basically one-shot them. And you get the distance to the next enemy. But also, it's so strong that you basically can kill them upon usage.
Yep. So, want to be relatively, in the middle of the room. Take care of that guy, and then we will have our reason for Mickeying right here. This is Michelle. We are not dealing with her. Or Danielle, even, sorry. Yeah, we're not dealing with her. Usually she spawns in a bit earlier. I don't know if she's tied to, like, a specific zombie death. I usually get her when it's, like, 6 or 7. That's weird.
What the dick is going on with all this crazy stuff?
What the dick?
It's my new phrase I invented.
Right. If we can keep our Mickey bit for this is nice, but you usually won't be able to. It's actually potentially worth using the Mickey in this bit if you can. We're going to be doing drop kicks. Again, as we said earlier, cheerleader zombies are just a pain. So I'm just going to get a bit closer and just do this. That might be a bit too far away. No, good.
Coming out of her vagina. Ugh.
Nice. Good.
There we go. Good fight.
Holy, we better get out of here.
So this is also, again, as we were saying earlier, we don't have to get the rewards from, obviously, these the people that we save here. We were close enough to that one that we get the money automatically in the cutscene, which is really nice. We have our vaulting box, which you don't actually have to do the QTs.
They give you points if you're trying to do the Dad's High Score achievements that they had, but otherwise, you don't have to worry.
I keep forgetting about the phone call here.
Juliet, it's Cordelia. Just a tip, sis, but you're moving around too much as you hunt zombies. From a distance, use your homing attack. When they get close...
Also, while we're waiting, mind if I give a couple of GDQ announcements?
Yeah, please do.
All right, for a couple of things in the GDQ sphere. One, if you ever want to catch up on past GDQ Hotfix shows and marathons at YouTube, you can catch them at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching on YouTube as well, consider liking, subscribing, or becoming a channel member to support GDQ. As well, if you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. You can use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite and more info on that. All right, so now back to the game. We have another one of the little Nick puzzles. They're mostly just QTEs.
Yeah, they're RNG, so you have to react to them properly. Not like I did just now. I blame the fact it's 4 in the morning.
I can't remember if missing one loses time, or if it's like just kind of a fail state kind of deal.
I think it does a little bit. You stagger a tiny bit. All right, now this is where we're going to get our first cool skip. It's not going to be as fancy as some of the later ones we do, but it is very cool. So I'll leave this one up to you.
Yeah, so as we've been going through, you've been noticing a lot of these chainsaw dash sections. It's kind of the idea that you chainsaw dash, you run into arenas, you do the fight, then kind of continue. This one's going to change the loop just a little bit here. So there's going to be an arena coming up. There's going to be a fence, and once you go in, you're supposed to get into a fight. We don't want to do that. That would be right there. Instead, if you just walk right around this and position yourself just right, what you can do is you can walk alongside it, and hey, look, we skip an entire major fight by just walking past it, by kind of going a little bit out of bounds there.
It's very easy to fall off the left-hand side, but it's a very forgiving bit because you can just walk back up there and try again.
Well, I hope it's a torso and legs and stuff. Not a dick.
And yeah, it's a neat little trick there. And as you've been noticing, some of these fights can get a little bit long as you go. just being able to entirely bypass it does save time. And that one's pretty easy. Like, it's kind of funny because you mentioned these cool tricks. That one is simple. It's very easy to learn. The next couple of tricks that we're going to have are not. They're going to be the ones that are a lot more like convoluted, and I don't know how people found them.
I'm scared of the next one, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like I would argue there are two big run killers if you're trying to go for a PB, because most of the game is you do the fights, you fight the bosses. That tech's not too bad. We do have another minigame coming up, which we'll talk about, but the other two skips just have a lot going on in a game that doesn't want you to really be going out of bounds as much.
Nice jump.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we get Chainsaw Blaster.
Cordelia's like the best big sister ever.
Our last useful story upgrade. We'll be using this a lot.
It is a gun, and it's going to be used for a lot of very specific Chainsaw Blaster minigames and puzzles, which the original game has pretty well-balanced ammo with it. Like, you actually have to plan around it. Yeah, it'll teach you how to use it. With Zombie Baseball.
The game starts with the home team losing by an overwhelming amount of runs.
Bullets never are too bad. You get 36. Luckily, there's always plenty of ammo. It's kind of unfortunate because Repop kind of just decided that Chainsaw Blaster didn't matter as a mechanic, so they gave you 99 ammo at all times because, like, hey, these mini games kind of suck, not realizing it's a Suda game, and, well, that's part of why you're playing it. I mean,
Yep.
yeah. No, you kind of want them. That's the point. Kind of continuing with Chainsaw Blaster, same deal we're talking about. If you do kill 3 in a row without missing, it will give you sparkle hunting. So you actually have to, like, you'll notice Fruit might be intentionally missing a shot or taking a weird delay on, like, the 3rd hit. That is why.
How are you alive? So it's going to start out very easy. very, very easy. Not the one I wanted to lock onto. You'll also notice every so often, like, I'll be dropping my aim and then re-aiming again. That's because it auto-aims.
Also, you get to hear Juliet say Chainsaw Blaster basically every time you do that.
A lot.
He wants to remind you what gun you're using.
I was going to say,
also,
well, she
how
has
good is
another
this game
gun, but I guess
on
she does get Nick
PS?
Popper later.
Someone asked, how good is the game on PS3? So we did talk about it earlier. Froob has a PS3 copy and has been running on PS3. Ideally, if you are trying to maximize the run, you would want to be on 360. But in terms of gameplay, PS3 is virtually the same.
Yep.
The only downside is the loading speed.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as, like, you know, other games from this generation, but it came out a bit later, so it didn't have all the really bad performance issues that a lot of, like, PS3 games early on had compared to the 360 version, like, say, OG Bayonetta.
Also, I guess a weird rule of thumb when it comes to a lot of retro gaming, because believe it or not, I hate to tell you, this is retro now. They had the reference to Facebook in this. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, people think retro means, like, SNES. No, it's actually just a signifier of old. I guess it's supposed to be about the graphics, but it is kind of weird because, like, this game would be older than... I think the common thing is we're further away from the PS3 than we were from the SNES when the PS3 came out.
Yep.
And that distance is only growing wider.
For another old reference that this game has, MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
But anyway, the reason I bring that up is because when it goes between 360 games and PS3 games, it's really goofy. Usually, the 360 will almost always be better. It just ran better. It was a stronger console. Now, there is some caveats. If the game is at all, like, Japanese made, PS3 is better.
We should find my sister.
And by that, I mean, like, if you're playing, like, Atlas games, if you're playing anything that, like, mainly had developers who weren't making multi-platform, but only, like, originally PlayStation games, and they're multi-platform, PS3 was just kind of made better. Like, one notable example back in the day was Catherine.
Yes.
Which is kind of goofy. Like, you wouldn't think that there'd be weird differences that are just like, oh, this one game is kind of better. But yeah, no, that would happen.
All right, boss 2. Again, the eagle-eared in chat, you'll actually hear this boss and probably recognize the voice, considering they've worked with James Gunn a lot. even to this day.
Retro and vintage car world is like 25 years old. Hey, that's right. That's good to know.
Yep. Right, you should do, yep, this. Which,
yeah, so this is Vic. Vic is a pretty fun boss. He is going to have the same idea. Phase 1's more or less just, he has his basic attacks. He'll have these charges. He has a lot of suns, a lot of CC. But obviously, you know, he's going to have his gimmick. And his gimmick, I think, is one of the more fun ones.
I think I might dodge off in time. So yeah, the reason, you've probably seen this a lot with the other fights so far. Nah, never mind. You've probably seen this a lot so far with the bosses we're fighting. Phase 1, we use the DMCA mode because it actually makes it so that we can actually get through the first phase. That's usually the one that you can attack the most in. This should go a bit faster if I take care of these guys. Yeah. If you don't take care of him fast enough, you gotta wait for him to come back down here. And then just hopefully get that last hit or two out. So what he'll do at the start of the fight every time is always drop kick, which is why I'm very annoyed that I missed my timing on that, because if you can get, obviously, the drop kick off, you can get your free DMCA mode off and then just completely demolish him very, very quickly.
And phase 1 is down. He's now split in half. It's kind of funny because his legs are going to become an enemy.
Which we're going to take care of immediately.
Like, you don't need to kill his legs, but, you know, it's usually you end up accidentally doing it anyway.
You really don't want to get hit by the lightning attacks because they will stun you. Please get him before he goes mostly up. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Should be pretty good for this phase.
Oh my god, again? Why is he going up there?
Ah, dear oh dear.
This is a mean fight.
Yeah.
Also, sounds like chat has some explanations on the idea behind it, which is, I guess, more or less what we're talking about. Some of the devs for PS3 really knew how to use the tools and really had expertise behind the architecture. Meanwhile, the 360 is more or less just kind of a PC.
Yeah. Now,
I'm kind of funny too.
Big spot of trouble here.
The 360, one of the benefits with certain games is you can play them on a Series X. Also, look, the fight is done. Clearly, nothing else is left, right? That's where we're waiting. Oh no, he's alive.
Yep.
See, it was actually just giant head this whole time.
So the big problem I've got is that my ammo is exceedingly low for this. So hopefully I've got enough bullets from picking up those 2 bullets. For this phase, he's going to fire a giant beam that we're just going to ignore and tank. I didn't have enough bullets.
That is one off. Oh my god. I mean, he should probably be landing in a moment here.
Yes, it's time. Finish him.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. The nice thing is, at least phase 3 went well because we skipped a very frustrating move if you let him get back on the ship, where the head will basically start slamming around the ship and it can stun lock you, and it's really annoying. So yeah. I'm glad I got past that one at least.
And now we enter probably what is one of the hardest levels in the run, O'Bannon Farm.
I'm terrified for this. For those who don't know, the way that I do, we've got a big skip coming up at the start here. The way that I do it is very dangerous and not what I will be doing here. I had to relearn the slightly slower, but definitely a lot more easier to pull off method. It comes actually quite near the start, which is nice. Another present that you will never see.
Yeah, so earlier we got introduced to a mechanic called Nick Tickets, and they're supposed to give you... I think it's supposed to be an ability that will kill zombies based on a mini game, and it gives you more of the silver coins if you do it, if I remember right.
Yes.
And they're fun. There's like a little QTE. They're nice. But one, even having a Nick ticket's just better if you use it as a revive. And 2, they're basically not going to be better than what we're doing now. So you just get a cool cutscene reset, or they say Nick Popper. Also, what kind of gift is that? Did they know he was going to turn into a severed head? Like,
well, yeah, because apparently you know, they know Rosalind wanted a bust and a wrecking ball, which I'm not bringing those up for any specific reason.
Some very particular gifts here.
The quick way to do this fight is to not blow up this barrel, but every time I try and dash past that barrel, it gets exploded by these guys. So I've just taken to exploding the barrel.
If it works, it works. Oh, hey, look, Rosalind got her bus. Oh my god, I can't believe it. How did you know? She's already one.
So you have a time limit here. You'll be seeing me use, again, the auto-aim a lot here. Rosalind has a lot of energy, and unfortunately, she channels that into driving the bus. I have to actually wait here because they're on the other side. This was actually really good. That actually went really well.
Yeah. She's going to carve open a path as we're going, driving around. And you'd have this section that I think there's like 2 or 3 fights here.
I think it's free, yeah.
Yeah, and we actually want to get to that bus area. This is the problem. So, Froom's going to be doing a huge skip. I'll explain it so he has time to focus. If you need to be quiet, just ask. The way this is going to work is you're going to start with a little melee attack. For some reason, this allows you to gain height on these rocks. You have to walk kind of awkwardly to find the height gain. And then once you have it, you're able to run on this fence. Now, there's a problem. The game wants to correct the camera very often. So pulling out Chainsaw Blaster does allow you to have a more stable camera, which you're then going to use to kind of walk out of bounds. There are going to be certain points Froob is looking at, which he did get phase 1. Once you're at this point, you can kind of run forward for a little bit. It is more chill, but now we're at here. Go too far left, you actually fall out of bounds. Go in the right, you'll fall back in bounds. Both are bad. There is slightly fast ways of doing this, but they're not reliable because you can fall off. So Froob's going to be taking it by running this way until we get to about here. Which right now, well, actually, the few ways you can do this, we'll let some do it. Usually, this is the intended way, which is good. You land on this, and then you want to gain a little bit of height to drop back down where that shop is. Hopefully, you can get the height. You want to go a lot higher than you think. It can go badly. Hopefully, it won't. Just a little bit left. Let's see what happens.
Got it.
And that is first try abandoned farm. And with that, we have now skipped 3 mandatory fights.
Oh, I'm so happy that went well.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything just to not throw off the game, but we're going to be upgrading power. We have more damage already. We're going to be upgrading aromatic yoga. That's going to be very important for any of the stuns. And we're going to be getting our next awesome skills, which should be the butt attack. Just call butt attack. There you go.
Yep.
We're also going to be grabbing Lollipop, which is going to be important for some other skips later.
I was concerned about my money. I've got way more than enough money.
Yeah. If you are looking at more money later, you can always upgrade health if you don't want to risk it.
Yeah. So, because we've skipped things, we broke the game a little. There is supposed to be a boss that is hitting these things. Things just won't load in for a tiny while. Don't worry about it. Thankfully, it doesn't break the game.
One of the reasons I don't like Repop is because when the game came out, it was a buggy mess. I think it crashed several times, just a lot of game-breaking bugs. Like, one of the lines earlier of, like, Nick and Juliet having the conversation of, like, what's your favorite color? It's blue. Oh, I fucked up. It's yellow. Yeah, no, there was a bug that just made the dialogue not play, and, like, it's sad because it's one of the coolest lines in the game, right? It's fun. People like it. They had all these game-breaking bugs, but... they took time in Repop, the remaster of this game, to remove all of the speed tech. Yep. They patched out all the speed tech, but they couldn't fix like basic things in the game, which is kind of depressing.
Yeah.
So you can't do that skip in Repop for some reason.
Yeah. It's a very hard skip to get at first. Funnily enough, it reminds me...
You're not doing it on accident. That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
You're not accidentally doing that skip.
It reminds me of a skip that we do, a really involved and hard skip in Deadly Premonition. And the way that I do it is the same way as that, in that I break it down into parts. So the first part is to get out of bounds. Then, as Ek was saying, the second part is to go along the invisible kind of platforms, not fall out, inbounds and out of bounds. And then the last part is get that height that you need. The way that I did it there was to go to the edge of the fence and just move back and forth a little bit, because you can use the edge of the fence to just bring your height up a little bit. The way that I do that in PB is to run, which is bad because it's so easy to fall off. Like, you do not want to run that. The way that I did it there is the sensible method that doesn't exactly lose you that much time, but is also a lot safer because you have much less chance to just fall off. So as you probably guessed with this bit, we got to shoot rocks. It's pretty obvious which the rocks we have to shoot are. You'll be seeing in this little bit here, it could be that rock that's right above us right now. Who knows? And this is why I wanted a little bit more bullets. This stage is the stage where you want to try and have as many bullets as possible, especially for the boss, because it's the one boss where that good old faithful armadillo spin ain't gonna help us that much.
So sweet. We'd match.
Rosalind, stop! Damn, that was close.
That wasn't that close, Nick. It's actually fine. Surprise, you'll never guess which rocks are gonna fall next. And the nice thing is, if you're holding your chainsaw blaster, it actually aims you towards where the rock is gonna fall. Yeah, if that trick was... You don't actually have to kill the enemies in this bit, weirdly. Like, they'll just be here. But if that trick impressed you, wait till you see the one near the end of the game. Because that is like a 12-ish minute skip, and it is ridiculous. Again, as Ek was saying, I don't know how people find these skips. Like, it's wild.
Don't be racist against cows, Nick.
Yeah, you don't have to take care of these guys. We are going to get a nice refill on our bullets coming up, so I'm not too worried. There is a bit of shooting we'll have to do. Is it this bit or after this bit? Where there's a couple of tractors, and it can be really finicky sometimes. It's after this bit. It's after this bit.
Who's that?
I don't know how to introduce this bit properly.
That mushroom.
Hey, look, a really interesting looking mushroom, which we're just gonna, cut in half and be magically teleported away for no reason.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I will ask after this little encounter. Also, is this what I'm thinking it is?
It is. Yes, it is. Yep.
Because Twitch chat, you may be surprised. But you remember how we said there's a lot of named enemies?
Where are we?
I'm dizzy, Juliet. Oh, man.
This game answers what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The answer to that question has always been in front of us this whole time. It's not the chicken or the egg. It's chat. You're in the game. How did you do it?
So I'm being a little bit careful here because I don't want to get knocked over by that, but also the little chickens, they will take your lock on for armadillo spin. So I am being as careful as possible here. Sorry, chat. Gotta do this to you.
Hey, to make it up to chat, how about we ask people in chat, if you want to have a little fun, you can show off your favorite spinning emotes. If you have anything that spins,
oh boy,
this is a good time for it. Because we mentioned a really absurd mini game, and abandoned farm. What kind of game would you do on a farm? Well, I guess the answer is farming.
Yeah. This is also why we wanted the soundtrack.
Yeah, you get to drive a combine, and as you're going around and around, it plays the song Round and Round. So you're running over 100 zombies.
Yep. Fun fact, there is only 100 zombies in this bit for the first one. Note I said first one.
Yeah.
So don't miss any. Like
of all the games to repeat, they decided this is the game. They wanted to show up several times. The one where you're driving a giant combine harvester and listening to the song Round and Round. I guess they paid to use Round and Round, so, if you're going to pay to use Round and Round, may as well use it, huh?
Me neither.
Oh, I miss you. But yeah, no, for this first one, make sure you hit every zombie. Like, you'll see that there's, only a couple missing in the corner, which there should only be 20 now. My angle for this has not been good. That should be it. Precisely 100.
Shut up, grass.
Agreed, Nick. More dangerous somehow.
School. Not for the farming minigame. The what? Beg your pardon?
This is a Suda game. The best way to just describe this is a Suda game. For those of you who have played a Suda game, you know exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah. Also, this is weirdly enough not a fight. This is a QTE. The slow tractor can actually run you over, and I'm pretty sure it's considered a death if it does.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's a game over. The nice thing is that if you just run forward a little bit, you'll actually get over the tractor a little bit faster.
Oh yeah, something that comes up in this fight that never actually comes up. There is a rock you can shoot.
Yeah. Oh,
I think you can shoot it and it'll wipe out the entire wave.
Yep.
But it'll kill the guy.
Yep. He's the only one rescue on the stage, by the way.
Yeah. It's kind of like they forgot all about the survivor mechanic, so you just kind of ignore it. Which is really convenient for the speedrun because it's like, if you're trying to get the good ending, you can still do this one.
Oh, PS3, hey, how you doing? Yeah, that's what we're talking about with the PS3 and 360 versions, where the PS3 version can sometimes just do that. So again, there's certain parts like this bit where you can't get everything done in the full chainsaw dash, and you have to wait a little bit to just refill it. It's like an invisible kind of gauge like that to get us like as close as we can to Nick. It's another one of those where again, like they made the animation for this, and it's a cool animation, so they're going to reuse it. And the music, I like the music for this bit.
We're also we're getting some new bodies every time we're doing it. Now he's actually in like a Letterman jacket, more of his own body, and not some random fireman's.
Yeah,
but he'll get some different bodies later.
I actually wonder if this is Nick's normal jacket, just remodeled.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah, this bit. I forgot this bit existed.
This can be one of the more rough areas casually, just because of the way it spawns. And if anything, I think this is the reason why Repop wanted to nerf Chainsaw Blaster. Or I guess make it irrelevant, I should really say. Because you haven't noticed, Chainsaw Blaster actually does have reload. You must reload. You can see the bullets in the cartridge, so it can get a little bit dicey if you're not properly reloading as you go. Which actually, there is a reload button, but I don't remember what it is.
I also do not know what it is.
You might be like holding it and then like B maybe, or circle maybe.
That sounds right.
Or square, one of the two, I think. Or usually you just fire until empty. It doesn't lose that much time to like have it matter anyway, so it's not the end of the world. All I remember is it's a little bit more awkward than you would think.
Yes.
Also, they spawn different waves. They have runners. They have some guys here. It's not immediate death that they get there, but it's one of those things that will quickly stack up, and it can get kind of rough.
Also try not to shoot the legs, because as you saw, when you shoot the legs, they go on the floor, and then obviously you can't hit them again. Ideally, I want to come out of this one with as many bullets as possible, because we're going to need them for, one, this next bit, and two, a fight that's coming up in the next mushroom segment. So this is the bit that can be a bit finicky. Like, there's this one that is just behind it, where if you're a bit slow on the first one, you have to wait for that one to go past the first one, and then unfortunately just take it out that way. I have another phone call from Mom coming up, so if you've got any more GDQ messages, it'd be a great time.
Yeah, I got a couple. For our first one, GDQ will return to PAX East on March 22nd to the 29th. If you do want to showcase your run on the speedrun stage, you can visit gdq.gg/submit by February 19th and submit your runs. Selected runners will receive an event badge for PAX. As well, thank you to anyone who does support Games Done Quick with subscriptions, gift subs, bits, cheers, and the like. Contributions do help keep the show running, so thank you for that. And yeah, we're now going to be getting to the next fight.
Enough. Like, you might be also wondering, because we haven't used our DMCA mode yet. We use it for one fight in this one. And it's one of the only fights in this game. There's like two of them where we just kind of, there's so many zombies that, all right, go wild. Like, go for the zombie sparking, go wild. Like, just go for it.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it is a little bit odd in the stage because they really want you to start using Chainsaw Blaster for combat, so they're kind of more or less teaching you about it.
Yep. This is what I was worried about. I wanted them to attack first, but like they were all surprisingly passive for a half a second there.
Also, these ones aren't named Chad, so you don't have to worry this time.
Yep, KFC references. Like we said, there are a lot of pop culture references in this game.
That there are. That there are.
Good for you. Good. Okay, now this is the slightly trickier fight. This is the one that I wanted the bullets for. Because the bus has now turned into a chicken hydra thing, as you do. When you shoot one of them, it will try and hit you. It's supposed to stomp 3 times there instead of 2, but only did 2. Okay. They'll also shoot bubbles at you. The bubbles you can actually, I believe, shoot back. There we go.
You know what, Nick? I could really go for some fried chicken right now.
I never want to eat chicken again as long as
And we also want to pay close attention to our ammo count for the end of this chapter for the boss. It's very important we try and have as many bullets as possible going into that boss. Just going to make the first phase and subsequent phases just go a little bit more smoothly. Hey, as Zach was saying earlier, I sure do love turning around a lot.
It is time once again to spin. And this one's longer. This one does have a gimmick though. One, respawning zombies, so you kind of just actually go in a loop. And 2, there are exploding scarecrows, so don't hit them.
Yeah. I will probably hit 1 or 2 of them because it allows me to get a better turning circle in the middle. But it is going to do a lot of damage. Like, I'm not going after that one that's to the right. But like here, for example, as you can see, it's a little rough. You can make the turn, as you can see, but you might miss out on a couple of zombies. So it's just like, if the angle's a bit rough, you can just ram into one of the barrels and you'll be fine. You can use your lollipops while you're on the combine harvester as well. As you can see, in one loop, we got about 80 zombies. Like, it's just, you have to get a little bit lucky and hopefully have a good spawn in front of you. But otherwise, you should be fine.
Worrying, I can tell.
Yeah, it's fine.
Your nose. Like that time you told me you didn't think Michelle Martin was hot.
Can we just kill zombies, please?
So yeah, as Ek was saying, this is just one of those things that you kind of surprised they wouldn't repeat again, but it is what it is.
It is a pseudo game.
Yep.
Which, yeah, the pseudo games are really fun. We were talking earlier about Romeo's Dead Man. I am excited to try that out. And
Yeah.
if a lot of people know No More Heroes, honestly, if you don't know No More Heroes, it might be worth a playthrough if you like anything like this. I always recommend that series.
I might be learning No More Heroes 1's run real soon. So I was speaking
New
to
Game Plus or New Game? Because I think it's
New
been
Game.
on Hotfix before, actually.
New Game recently, in the last 6 months, got busted wide open. Our friend Cosmic was telling me about it.
I wonder if I might want to check that out, because I know
Yes.
I ran 2. Well, I actually ran No More Heroes 2, funny enough.
Yeah, the new thing is there's an infinite money glitch that they do in the very beginning prologue, which basically means no more jobs.
That is actually kind of tight.
It saves 30 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm gonna look at the run right now. I am curious.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. It looks really cool now, so I'm genuinely curious myself. I might actually learn it myself.
I think I have to learn No More Heroes again, though, or No More Heroes 2 again, though, because I think I ran it on the Switch. I probably should do it on PC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. The old world record on New Game was 2 hours, and now it's 1:33.
Yep. That's not the button for the chainsaw dash, my dude. You did that in practice earlier.
There's a 30-minute difference now. That is wild.
I feel I'm not going to need that button for a while. And hey, oh look, it's a pole in the middle of nowhere. We're going to give another little bit of pole dancing, which, again, hopefully it's a bit more better than the one earlier. But those zombies are just standing there, just not walking forward, which is frustrating. If you all would like to walk forward a little bit, that'd be great. I'll take 12 out of 14.
Yep, remember, that ability is so overpowered, it got nerfed. This is the second time we've seen it in about an hour and a half.
I think, as you were saying earlier, I think that's the last time we see it as well.
There's one more time.
Oh, is that in
it's
Sochi?
not immensely. It's in level 4. It's you're fighting some of the stereo guys, I think.
Oh yeah.
There are like literally just I think there might be 4 in total in the game. There might be one more that we skip. I don't remember. But you basically see it 3 times.
So for this bit, we do have to take care of all the zombies. Thankfully, they just kind of stand here in front of us. I'm trying to be obviously careful not to get too many sparkle huntings. The nice thing about the flying zombies is the majority of them just stand by these explosive barrels. Don't know why. They just do. And also the sparkle hunting mode doesn't go off for the barrels, it seems, which is kind of nice. One more. I think it's this one, right? Oh, that was the last one. Okay. I didn't think I'd take care of the guy behind me because there's one that lasts like behind the little bit of like tree there. Okay.
Juliet, it's Mom. I hate to be a dingbat, but I guess I forgot to buy milk and I have to make your cake. Would you mind picking some up on the way? Oh, wait. I really am a dingbat. It's sitting right here on the counter.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm glad she made that call.
So, it is actually an important plot point, is Juliet's birthday cake. Alright, so you can see there's a lot of barrels here. We're going to try and save those barrels for phase 2. That's unfortunate. Have to be a bit more careful because of that. So, there's only 8 zombies for the first wave. We're going to get incrementally more and more zombies per every wave. This is unironically, not this part of the fight, but this is unironically that fight where we say, just get the spark hunting. It doesn't matter. The last one. And then wave 2. For wave 2, we are going to start using these barrels. Ideally, the explosive ones. The groggy ones we can save as a just in case. But this way we can take care of like a whole bunch of zombies before this happens. There's a 5. And for the final wave, we're hitting the button. Wait a little bit so that they can like start to gather a bit around you. But this is just hit the button. Just hit as many zombies as possible. Get big ones, like as big as you can if you're going to hit it. There's just too many zombies in this bit that you, like, even if you just armadillo spin, you are hitting all of these zombies. Probably that wasn't more than 3, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. There's actually something really funny. Hold on. Give me one moment. I actually want to... hold on. I just realized something really funny. Hold on. Give me one moment. Actually, I just don't know what I'm talking about. Apparently today, literally today, I got my copy of Lollipop Chainsaw from Limited Run.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I just realized. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, take care of the run really quick.
Yeah. So, okay, we've got, coming up here, we've got the butter tag. First use of the butter tag that we learn in this level. This is a named zombie. They're not very nice. So, obviously what we could do is drop kick them, but if we just hold on to light attack, run up to him and hit him, that's it. And they're groggy, and they're gone. It's as simple as that. We're going to be using that for a lot of zombies like that, especially named ones later on as well. I have only 13 bullets, which I would like a few more for this next bit. So what I'm going to do is lose a tiny bit of time to go to our shop, because in the shop, you can also get yourself either lollipops to heal or bullets. So I'm going to get 2 rounds of bullets, and then I'll have full bullets, and that's going to make this fight a lot nicer. So this is going to be the boss of stage 3. This is Mariska. Mariska is going to teach us the basics of mathematics. I don't even know how we get to the stage where we're at. I think there's some mushrooms. That's the vibe of the stage. You know the drill.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I want to check this out. I put my pocket knife.
Flow on, child, into the rush of chaos and dark.
And as you can probably guess, the gimmick of this is shoot Mariska's bubble to break her out of the bubble. Don't get hit by the bubbles yourself. There's going to be other attacks. It's very simple. Once you break the bubble, you only have a short amount of time to get to Mariska. Try and get bullets on the way through, because that way we'll have more bullets for phase 2. And here we go.
Also, this is probably one of my favorite songs in the entire game. And then for horror fans, Mariska, the hippie lady here, is actually Amanda from Saw.
There's like 4 of her. Is this for real? What the hell?
So there's one real one that you can't take care of just yet. And then there's going to be the other fake Mariskas. And we're just going to try and keep shooting them. Try and get the one in the Combine Harvester. That does do damage to them as well, which is good. But yeah, you can see that obviously, like, the rest of them are losing HP. This one is not, so I'm not bothering to shoot that one. I'm obviously trying to stay in the middle as much as possible so that I can get the bullets as we go through. And then hopefully we will be able to take care of the actual Mariska after this next shot. Or not. Okay. You got spawned the actual... Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your backseating, Nick.
I can't believe it. I actually got a package from Limited Run. Now, hold on. You put me underneath the probably in that blank space underneath. Yeah, look at that. Now the weird thing about hold on, I don't know if it's on the, I don't know how it shows up on there, but I ordered this in, like, I think it was September 2020, no, August 2024. I bought this like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. I have a friend who's been waiting for Sonic Shadow Generations for about 2 years at this point.
Yeah, it came today. Like, I like what they have, but oh my god, it takes forever to actually get it. And the worst part, like, I don't even know what version of the game this is, and I ended up not liking Repop. Now I just have a physical copy of a game I don't really care about. There we go. Alright, go back to normal, probably. Yeah, that's how wild it is. I ordered that August 2024. And it is currently February 2026.
It's so apt that it came today of all days.
Since then, let's see what happened. Repop came out. They announced a Lollipop Chainsaw anime, which I have no idea how they're going to do that. And they also announced a Lollipop Chainsaw 2, which I also have no idea how they're going to do that.
Yeah. That hit me.
Also, I suppose another reason why I should mention I'm not a big fan of Repop. Repop is... Oh, I'll wait for the fight to finish.
Yeah, that might be a bit scary. Oh, dear. That knockdown was really bad. Okay, we're good. Ooh, close. All right. GG.
All right, so Mariska is down. That is the third hub. What was I going to... Oh, hey, nice achievement.
What?
You earned a trophy.
What?
I'm going to look at what that trophy is. Hold on.
That's for... I'm fairly certain that's for beating Mariska. But this is the profile that I speedrun the game on. Huh? That's proof that I am on the
dodge all balloon attacks in the battle.
What?
So you basically, I get first time on this save that you've dodged all the attacks.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay. Oh, right. So Repop. Repop's weird because originally, how do I put this? It started as a Lollipop Chainsaw remake, and people were really excited. But then, one, it's not Grasshopper, it's not Suda, it's not James Gunn. For some reason, it's just Dragami Games, who were, they did work on the original Lollipop Chainsaw, but they didn't do the writing, they didn't do the, like, they programmed it. And they don't have the creative minds behind it, which are Suda and James Gunn. Neither of them came back for Repop. They basically realized they had to scale down the project from a remake to a remaster, or repop in this case, because I think they realized that the amount of money it would cost to do everything all over again would be actually too much for anything. It is absurd, actually, because this game had Warner Brothers backing. Anyway, continuing along with that thought, yeah, they couldn't bring back any of the music. They couldn't really redub anything for the most part. I think they redubbed some stuff, but not much more than just the Zed boss fight. And yeah, they want to make a sequel, but they don't have the people who wrote anything. They don't have probably all the actors and actresses. They probably don't have a lot. So it's a little bit worrying.
Well, I'm just sat here thinking I should have butt slammed that guy.
All right. We're also, yeah, we're in the gaming arcades now.
Oh, I forgot about this. I always mess this up for some reason. We're gonna get some retro games. So try and guess what this one is. You'll never guess what it is.
I think it's Dig Dug.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. It's kind of weird because the order in which you do this is not going to be something that's really expected, because obviously, you know, you'd probably expect to go for the corners, but everything doesn't spawn in until you grab the first key.
Yep.
And also, I think they're called the Kuromans. They are random, so they kind of go however they want.
And yes, your power pellet, I did not mean to do this, your power pellet is, of course, the DMCA mode, which does at least get them off you immediately and make them scared of you. I forgot to go in the corner. So yeah, it's as X says, we just stick to the outside because that's where you get everything.
Yeah, there's really not a wrong answer as long as you end up back towards the top at some point. So kind of dealer's choice in how you really move. And before you exit the arena, you do want to make sure you've left with full star power.
Can I ask you something sort of sensitive?
Yes, Nick?
And the last key that I've left is at the top middle, right by the door.
Yep. And there's minigame 1. There's going to be a lot of minigames. There is one minigame that can be kind of hell, especially when you're learning the run. And even if you're like a seasoned runner, it can be kind of annoying.
Still in the top down one, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm talking about, I think it's building climb, the tall.
Yep. Agreed.
Apparently I got the PS5 version of Lollipop Chainsaw, and that's what all the guys has decided on.
Let's do this thing.
I wonder if any other random limited run things I've been waiting on.
For some reason I thought they did one for the thing, but I don't think they did they?
I don't think they had a big collector's package.
Rubbing in that I don't have triceps.
Time for cheerleader Nick. Invisible for a second there, sure. Yeah, if you're wondering how these bodies are reanimated, just imagine it's the same magic that it made Nick ahead. Just don't worry about it. These are also, as I was saying earlier, these are going to be people that we just don't save because we don't have to. They're on the way. They would be very slow to save. We don't need the money, so I'm not exactly like trying to get the money. We got plenty at this point for probably the extra aromatic oil as well, to be honest. We always have to press circle between every single drop down part, so unfortunately for our chainsaw dash, we'll just be starting it, stopping it. I'm going to grab these bullets just in case for the boss. Boss isn't just yet, but we do need bullets for a bit in the middle of the stage and then the boss. So, game number 2, which this one's older than Pac-Man. This one's much older than Pac-Man. For the run, this one's actually quite easy. Hey, look. You might recognize this. It is indeed Mario 2, or what Mario 2 was, whose name I do forget, actually. So, we gotta go up the elevators, we gotta go in specific doors, there's HP zombies, but they don't matter that much. There's a specific route that we want to go. It's very easy at first to actually get lost and accidentally go the wrong way. There's gonna be zombies in the dark here. I want to get to the end so I can just do this, and hopefully just get as many as I can here, or not, because I got interrupted. Like, you can get stuck under here, as you can see. It just is what it is. Like, there's just going to be zombies in the way. If you can just cleave all of them, it's good. As you can see, there's a little bit of, like back and forth instead of just straight 2D. Let me go in this door right here.
Nick, now isn't the time to be talking dirty.
So, we're going to get another head jumping section, which again, it's a little bit quicker just to obviously do the QTEs. This one is all the buttons, so I know the last one's going to be triangle because the rest of them were obviously the others.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
There's your Predator quote.
There we go.
For this one, we need to do a Nick thing, run to the blocks to summon the body first. It took me a while to realize that. It was really annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
Does my butt look less ginormous when I'm all pink like this?
Your butt never looks ginormous, Juliet.
I'd like to remind you that you said it was in the previous stage, Nick. Nick's got some moves. So, this will be the second to last lift. There's going to be a cop at the top, which you can actually avoid. You can avoid it in several different ways. And go through the door and just go through. See ya. And just go up. And that's the goal. And then we have to be a little careful here. If we do not do the QTE, it is a game over.
You win. Next level.
There you go. That's the end of the old Mario segment. The next game we're going to go to is even older than that. All right, so we're actually going to finally, in this bit, get a brand new zombie type, and they are exceedingly frustrating. They don't turn up too many times. This is not a good poll section.
We also have, it's overpowered. The third usage and the last usage of an overpowered move.
That killed 3 zombies. It would have been better just for me to armadillo spin, to be honest.
And for some reason, they decided to nerf it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the funny thing. Like, sometimes it doesn't even work.
I mean, so many zombies actually dodge me today, it's wild. Case in point. Alright, so, a brand new zombie. For most fights, you're going to want to prioritize them first. They have these giant stereo boomboxes. They are going to buff every zombie that's around them. You can deal this one with a butt slam or just, you know, armadillo spin. Dodging you. And then just you. That's it. Time for our third retro game. That is the boss, by the way. That is... I keep forgetting his name. It's Josie Jones, I believe his name is. Not to be confused with the Fortnite guy. Voiced by I forget his name, which is a shame because he's an amazing VA. He has done roles like the main character Lee in Walking Dead Season 1.
I'll look him up.
Dave Fennoy.
Let's see here.
So,
Dave Fennoy.
Yeah, Dave Fennoy. Very, very good voice actor. It's time for Pong. Now, this game of Pong's actually kind of rigged if you know what to do. Go for that guy. Just go for the guy that's blue. If
Wow,
you're lucky, yeah.
You didn't have to go for him. He just died.
Yep. If you get lucky, he can just get hit by the ball right away and get knocked down. This one, you do want to use your butt slam without missing, preferably, and obviously go after the blue guys with the HP bars, which these guys are actually going to hit me constantly, so it might be time to armadillo spin. Yeah, in an ideal world, you stop the first one with, obviously, butt slam, and then you stop the rest with butt slam as well. And that's it. You only have to take care of the blue ones. That's the secret to this bit. And that is the end of Pong. And then we get to the rooftop that always DMCAs, or not DMCAs, but mutes the VOD on YouTube. Yeah, this is not a YouTube-friendly run. It gets muted. It doesn't get any copyright claims, but it always gets muted for several understandable reasons. So you'll see me sometimes use the lock-on to try and like help me out a little bit. They're going to drop down in specific areas. Okay, that's not great. Do you mind? They really are dodging a lot. And it is, of course, Pac-Man Fever, because, you know, we did Pac-Man as a minigame.
I think we would have played during the Pac-Man minigame, though. Oh, so I was going to say, I like the song Pac-Man Fever. It's kind of a banger.
Yeah.
So could you imagine, because I get like, you know, nowadays playing video games pretty awesome. It's pretty easy to fall in the, you know, get sunk in the world of gaming and like, you know, play maybe a little bit more than you should. This man wrote a song about being addicted to Pac-Man.
Yeah.
In the arcades, meaning he would go down in the arcade, have an addiction to Pac-Man of all games.
I might use this shop real quick because I have a suspicion. I may have forgotten to get the strength upgrade after the abandoned skip.
I thought you grabbed it.
I definitely grabbed the aromatic oil. I can't remember if I grabbed the strength one. And some of these zombies are not going down as quick as they should. I've been noticing it on the Molotov ones on the roof for sure. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's Wesley. I was like, wait a minute, I know what I'm not doing here. Wesley, come here. Wesley's frustrating. Just do the DMCA. Get rid of them. It's over here. Hello. Nice. Oh, something is around the middle. Yeah. Oops, that's the wrong move. That's what happens if you do X or double X into square. All right, this is, again, an instant game over if you do not do this properly. You have to shoot the helicopter. For safety, just keep shooting. Even if you think you have dealt with it, just keep shooting. Because I've had it where the HP has fully disappeared and it hasn't counted as being done. So, just keep shooting. There's 3 bullets. You're fine. Just keep shooting. And as I said, we do want bullets for, obviously, the end of this. You have a little bit of time here before the game registers to go into the arcade machine here. Plenty of time to get the bullets. And then this will be our last arcade game, which, as Ek was talking about earlier, this is the problematic one, especially like both casually and in the speedrun.
But it has a great song.
Yes. You can go very fast in this, but you can very easily fail this. If you fail this, you go back to the very beginning of this game. So I will be taking this a little slow in places. You'll see that there are bits that are opening up like on the left. You'll see that there are guys throwing objects. You can go over these bits that like go back down again. For the people that are throwing stuff, you can actually, if I actually press the right button, hit the guy that's throwing stuff. That was almost death. For the bigger objects, you can also hit those as well. So you'll see that I'll just be a little bit slower in certain places, and then if I can get here, for example, I can do this, and then move away from the cow.
Also, funny enough, of all the songs in this game that kind of actually got me to add them to like my actual playlist, it's this one.
Huh.
Yeah, I like the song. It's catchy. The Human League. I think they did the.
I'm waiting.
Did they do that one song? The "Don't You Want Me, Baby"? I think they did that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know about this one. This one's kind of a banger.
I'm surprised that one actually isn't in the game. These will instantly kill us. If they hit us, you can shoot them. This guy is a pain because he's just in the middle. I am going to rush this. Yep, good.
That is a very awkward timing.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
I think that's going to fall above. Go this way. Again, watch out for all of these breaking. They will only always open like the same one, so you can kind of tell, you know, hey, this is going to open, etc. You can tell that obviously I know that guy's there. I shot one of his plants. But you're going to go and wait a second here. Yeah.
I will also say, as a runner of the game, when you end up kind of getting to these sections, obviously you're going to know a lot of how the actual pattern goes for what you want to be going with. The main deal that you would be kind of having to struggle with would probably be the wheels that you see there.
Yeah.
They can get kind of menacing. But hey, first try and good to go.
Yeah, for that last bit, go slow. Don't push that bit. If you fall down, you go back to the start. Just go slow. Like, it just take an extra half a second. Don't overshoot it. Don't overthink it. And with that, we're almost at the boss, which will once again say, you know, this is a late 00s, early 10s game, and the language used is not language that we condone.
Yeah, hey, maybe we'll get the good luck and he is not rude.
Hopefully, yeah. Which is one of the reasons why I have bullets, because I would like to just hit the boss as quickly as possible.
This fight's also quite annoying, admittedly.
It is. Yeah, very much is.
He actually has the least amount of phases in the game, though. That is the upside.
Yep.
He's actually, wait, I guess he does have 3, doesn't he?
Yeah. There's also no good time to Mickey in this fight, which is why we did it back on the rooftop. Because even if you use Mickey, he's just going to move away. This boss is very mobile, which is a shame. You'll see why in a second here.
Yeah, he doesn't, Josie does not have a normal hookup. He also stuns like mad, and it's kind of funny because he actually has a bit of a parry system. Did he already go up?
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's going to hit me as well. That's bad.
Frame 1. Yeah, so his major gimmick is he'll alternate between...
wow, I actually made that.
He'll alternate between being on the ground and going up. He will let you actually hit him down here, which is nice. But, wow, he is... What? Why?
This is a lot of my Josie fights.
Why is he going so up so early? That's brutal.
This is a lot of my Josie fights. I'm used to this, which is nice. Okay, good phase 1. Despite the amount of times that he actually went up,
actually, does he only have 2 phases?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, only 2 for this one. Oh, also, you get to see our dad very briefly. That's cool.
So I was right. He does have the least amount in the game. That is good.
There he is. This is probably the easiest phase of any of the bosses in this game, apart from maybe one of the phases of the boss that has 8 phases later on. But
it does make up for an annoying phase 1 at the very least.
Yeah. You'll never guess what we have to hit in this phase. I do like the auto-tune, like, effect on Dave Fenoy's voice here. I did not get armored on, it's been off in time. So this is... It's not exactly a timer-based thing, but, like, when you get one on the right cycle, you'll get to the next one, like, in time. I won't hear for this one. Actually, I might do. Oh, just.
That's pretty clean.
You can chainsaw dash, but it moves you forward at first, so it's a little awkward. And then the camera's gonna, like, move itself at the end. Wait, that's gonna hit. How did it excuse you? But you have like 3 minutes. You have so much time. You just have to do this, and that's it. That's Josie Jones. Easy peasy. Good fight.
He has more mini games than I think his whole fight.
Yeah. Oh, it's this level. Here we go. It's the big one. Here we go. This is the one that I am now very worried about. The 2 ones that, if you're a runner of this game, when you do enough runs that worry you, are O'Bannon's Farm and Unfinished Cathedral, both because they have 2 of the most complex skips in the game. So look forward to that in this one, because we will be skipping about a third of this entire level. It's very impressive. But we're getting pretty much towards the end. It's the last big proper stage of the game. The last stage after this one isn't too long. It's essentially just a copyright Dragon Force into the final boss. Oops. Keep getting there's no cutscene. But this one, as you can see, there's a bunch of zombies near groggy barrels. You can probably tell what we're going to do here. Let's start on as many of the zombies that are next to the barrels as possible before they move away. Please hit the barrel, Juliet. I would appreciate that. If I have to get behind the barrel, I will do that as well. You also have the pain in the backside problem of like these zombies just sitting at the back. Actually, this level has multiple skips. I just remembered the car park one, which you'll finally get to see one of the moves we got like 20 stages ago and have still not used yet. So that little lollipop pop-up worries me. So if any of y'all have got a PS3, have ever used a PS3, the DualShock Freeze ain't great. Mine have phantom inputs from time to time. It's starting to do that. Yeah, see that? That's not me. I'm not doing this. This is just something that happens. So I need to just hold my controller in a specific way for a second. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Come on, bud. Come on, bud.
God, I love shopping.
There we go. Just don't worry about it. And yes, though, I did get it earlier. It's so... What's up, that?
I was saying you did have the extra powers. That was good.
Yes. This is why. So here's the thing. For those who don't know, I did a marathon on my channel called the 50 at 5 recently, which was pretty much every speedrun I ever did for my 5-year partner anniversary. And I went back to obviously a couple of PS3 games like this. And the thing is, with those other PS3 games, you can use a DualShock 4. But with this game, if you try and use a DualShock 4, the zombie blaster doesn't work. Chainsaw blaster. It literally like drops your aim. So you have to use a DualShock 3 with this game. Otherwise, I would be using a DS4. But I run a lot of other PS3 games, notably one that goes by the wonderful name of Yakuza Dead Souls. Which, that game, there's a lot of us who run that game who are exceedingly convinced it's broken at PS3s. Because of how bad it can crash. It is an experience. So, another reason, if you have a choice, please play the 360 version. Like, for this, I should say. But yeah, that happens every so often. I have to be very careful with my controllers. Like, I'm not someone that, you know, throws my controllers around or, you know, mistreats them. They just age. They just do that. It's so weird.
Yeah, I've had to get a few replacements for different games.
Yeah.
I think when I was grinding the hell out of Haunting Ground, at some point I don't even know what happened. I think the amount of I push X.
Yeah.
And menuing. I also started learning a new game recently, and that has not been nice to any of the controllers. Also, this is 1 minute of waiting. So we just...
Yep.
You also can't fight, because you fight, it will lower the timer a little bit with things like sparkle hunting, so you just dodge into a corner for about 1 minute.
Yep. So again, if you got any GDQ messages, this would absolutely be a perfect time, because we have a skip exactly after
we're all
this
good
bit.
on... Actually, there's some reminders for some of the ones we have. Let me pull it back up. Yeah, for I guess some of the things happening right now, it mainly is just PAX East. For anyone who did miss it, once again, GDQ will be returning to PAX East. They do have the events over there at the different PAX events from March 26th to the 29th. So if you wanted to submit a run to that and you're going to PAX, or you want a PAX badge, you can visit gdq.gg/submit by February 19th and submit your runs. I hear they're pretty fun events. As well, Games Done Quick is hiring. If you have experience in administrative assistance, apply for a mainline event contract in sponsorship operations. If you're an expert in broadcast strategy and marketing development, I know looking for full-time work, you can apply to be a part of the management team as creative director at Games Done Quick. You can apply or share with someone you know and have them apply by February 15th.
Okay.
And perfect timing.
Kind of cool at the bounce time, yeah. Go ahead and talk about it, because I always get the angle of this wrong.
But you get like 2 attempts at it, I think.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Hey, nice.
All right, so we got phase 1. Now, we bought this ability a while back. Lollipop. This is why. Turns you into a tornado, and you can actually do a pretty cheeky skip. There is a catch, though. With this skip, the fight is still active until you leave the arena.
Seriously, though, I can't believe you.
So
And
we're
this fight will
yeah.
kill you based on time. So you need to hurry up and get to the next area as soon as possible. Which isn't too bad, but, you know, if you're not careful, it can get really bad. But it overwrites, luckily. It actually does work pretty well in our favor. But just to kind of let you know what will happen if you take too long. If you take too long, a helicopter will come down and wipe the field. So
Yeah,
realistically, you get like 2 attempts on that skip.
Yep. So you'll see a much more complicated Lollipop skip coming up in this level. It's the big one.
But
That's the basis of it. Yeah. It's kind of nice that you get this small one first, because it's like a nice little kind of like, you know, reminder, hey, this is what you're supposed to do.
Thanks, Cordelia.
All these zombies on the floor, gotta go. Look at armor below, spend that second one.
Undead scumbag!
Yeah, agreed. I don't know what Cordelia shoots out there. I don't think there's something supposed to be like loaded there. Oh, right, co-op zombies. Forgot about this bit. So we don't have our Mickey mode, unfortunately. So you have the usual. You can either, you know, get behind them. Unfortunately, when they're charging this, I can't do the drop kick that I'm after. Like this. I might be a bit too far away from you. But the nice thing is you can like jump over them like this, and that interrupts them as well. I'm gonna do spin at this point because it's taking way too long. You also notice it's free here, and it says 1 of 4. The last one's going to spawn in a second here.
Butt attack does end up being pretty nice for a lot of the upcoming zombies. It does the similar thing to drop attack. The main difference, though, is with butt attack, usually you can combo it into an immediate attack.
I've been using Mickey here. I don't know if this is good or not. The timeline at the top isn't going to matter, I don't think. I can't remember why it's there. But I kind of use this just for the larger
You get 2 named
zombies.
enemies.
No. So we have a lot of like the larger zombies here. The controller. Don't. Controller. Don't. Thank you. Work with me here, bud. Nice. Good. So you saw there as well, I delayed my timing on the Mickey mode a little bit by doing a jump attack. So I got a little bit more like out of it and could get like the last zombie with it. The last one? You should be the last one, and then there's the ones from the fence to the side. So yeah, you can see there's just a little bit from the fence here. This is where like a bunch of zombies are going to come in. You can shoot these with your blaster, but obviously they take a couple hits to go down. So ideally they do run over like this, and then you just take care of them. Should be hopefully 2 hits. 1 hit, perfect.
I've got you covered, so move ahead. Go! Go!
Another big fight here. There's a barrel in the middle we're going to try and hold until like later on in this part of the fight. It's not too bad to use against the musician zombies, though, if, you know, you feel like you need to use it or you do accidentally use it. That was nice. I'm surprised that wasn't a sparkle hunting. Cool. Flying ones, you know the drill. They only take 1 shot to go down, which is nice. But the problem is you have to delay your shots, which I didn't do. I don't think you can ever get more than a triple for Chainsaw Blaster. How was that free? I swear it was only 2 after I actually got past the other 2. I guess the other one must have dived in the way during one of my shots, and I got like a 2 for 1. The bus starts here. There's going to be zombies that come out of the bus. 10 of them. Surprise. And then this guy that spawns here. For the guy in the corner, you can obviously use the dropkick. Dropkick's really good. There you go. Stop his. attack. Drop kick would be better for him because obviously it kills him a little bit quicker, but at this point it's just I need to take care of these zombies and there's too many of them. So I can get collateral kills with good old Armadillo.
I can't remember which fight it is, but I know there's going to be a fight where you kind of just use star power because they give you a free one in the middle of the fight.
Why was he on top of the bus? Yeah, it's the one... I think it's the first fight when we get to the next area after this bit. It's the construction area, I believe. Yeah, just before the wrecking ball stuff. Oh yeah, because this is the protect Rosalind bit?
Yeah.
Question mark? Yeah.
Close. Sorry, Juliet, but the rest is up to you.
Thanks, sis.
So Cordelia is just going to leave now. So it's just us. Cordelia won't give us any more help, which is a bit of a shame because Cordelia actually does help me out quite a bit. As Ek was saying, there is a natural Mickey star in this fight. So you'll basically see me use my Mickey mode immediately because I can just pick that up afterwards and get like my entire bar back. There it is, right in the corner. Once again, don't know who gave Rosalind a wrecking ball, but as she says, she wanted it for Christmas. I think most of the zombies here will also run towards us. The problem in this fight is actually Rosalind, because she will hit the zombies away with the wrecking ball, but the worst part is she'll hit us away. Like, that actually definitely hits us as well, so we have to be, like, a little bit careful. I should go after the star here before the transition.
Your family sure is exciting.
Cool. So we gotta keep going through, obviously, the level here. We're gonna have another head jump one. I don't think we've mentioned it yet. If you fail this head jump, you basically land in the arena and you have to take care of the zombies here. Sometimes, weirdly, this doesn't kill all of them. It should kill all the ones on the ground, and then we have to go after those flying ones.
You're already dead.
Again. But sometimes it just doesn't. Nice thing is, if the flying zombies actually get close to you like this, you can just hit them once and they'll go down. They have like 1 HP or something. Like, they just always go down. And then here comes the bit where we have to protect Rosalind here. There's going to be zombies that jump on the crane. There's going to be 3 on either side. And this is where we need to watch out for our sparkle hunting. So what you'll see me do is something a little bit weird, where I'm going to be aiming a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. So you're going to see me just like, you know, not aim at like the full zombies like around Rosalind so that I don't get this sparkle hunting. So you'll see like 1, 2. And then I'll go to the left-hand side and hit like one of these, for example. Although I'm doing a bad job of that, so I can reset here. Get these off the crane. They're going to respawn after you take care of all of them, as you'll see. So 1, and then 2, and over to the other side. And again, Rosalind will hit you with a wrecking ball here. So as you can see, I'm trying to move backwards and forwards so that I don't get hit during this bit. The only upside to obviously getting hit is it will reset my time for sparkle hunting, but obviously I did a bit too fast there. So 2 on the left-hand side. Wait a second. And 1 more. Really? That was in time, really? Actually, a little bit surprised about that, to be honest. So, thankfully, that is the end of this segment. That's the end of Protect Rosalind. Now we're going to go on to... I feel like this bit isn't actually that bad. I feel like it's not, like... It looks like it's a lot more dangerous than it is. So, 1,000 kilogram weight limit. As you can probably guess, it's an elevator section. Zombies are going to fall from the ceiling. You're not allowed a certain weight limit on the lift, otherwise it's going to break. I don't feel like it's actually that scary of a part. I don't think there's ever really that big of a danger in this bit.
There's like maybe one part that's kind of risky.
Yeah. The nice thing, the very nice thing is, there's an invisible wall stopping us from falling off the lift when we armadillo spin, because we're obviously going to be doing that a lot. We obviously still want to try and only get like 2 at a time, ideally. It's going to get more than 2. Oh, actually not.
That's clean.
And then obviously the larger zombies weigh a bit more. Surprise. I'm so glad this bit doesn't let you just fall off the side of Armadillo Spin. You can push the zombies off, though. That is something you can do, is you can actually knock them off as well. So if you do like the drop kick, for example, that will like force them off instead of just like full take care of them with the Armadillo Spin. I think I can show off with the next one that drops down. Hi. Nope, I missed. It's actually really hard to hit that move. Like, surprisingly hard. And then the big thing we've been teasing for a while, that's coming up after this bit. So I'm starting to get very worried. It's a lot more, I don't know what the word I'm after is. You've got more that you have to do for this next skip than even like the one on O'Bannon Farm. I think the nasty bit is coming up after these 4. Excuse you? Okay. Yep, here's the big ones.
It's getting too heavy.
So it's very funny because you're like stopping, you don't want them to like make this too heavy, otherwise like the lift's gonna snap. But as you'll see at the end of this, it's gonna snap anyway.
It basically didn't matter.
Yeah. And thankfully, you'd think there would be a QC there, but no, there isn't. Julia just grabs onto this.
Also, the plot of this game, I guess we haven't really talked about much more than the basics. I'll try to give a really quick rundown. Number 1, it is Juliet's 18th birthday. She wants to celebrate with her friends and family. As it's happening, someone has summoned the Dark Purveyors, which is the 5 zombie lords that we have been fighting so far. Right now we're on number 5, because they want to get revenge for some reason. You learn throughout the game that it is going to be a character who basically feels wronged by everyone but, funny enough, Juliet. And their whole thing is revenge. So you're trying to stop that because you're a zombie hunter and that's your job. Right now we have another job, which is going to be the massive skip.
Yeah.
I think this is the area, right?
Concentrate. It is, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, once we
so
get up the
by the way,
trampoline.
if you need silence, let me know. Otherwise, I'll break it down.
Please break it down. I'm just going to be concentrating on this one.
So this is one of the worst skips in the game because it's very punishing on what you can do. First things first, we need to actually get up here. We kill a lot of the range enemies so they can't hit us while we're doing it. And what we're going to do is actually wait right here, activate Lollipop. That will allow us to avoid the little arrow. Because that wants to send us back down. We don't want that, actually. We want to go to roughly around that... I
almost had it. I slipped off it. Yeah, the reason why I like stopped at the first one is because I kind of knew I didn't have like the speed to get over to it, and that time was kind of the same.
It'll give us some time to explain why we're doing this and what this exactly does. This is a huge level. I would argue we're about halfway through the level right now.
Yep.
And this skip is very important because it will bring us directly to the front of the boss room. But it has the most grueling setup because there is no real room for failure. Even O'Bannon Farm skip, if you end up failing it, like there's a lot of ways you can basically try again pretty quickly. This is the only one that you really just get the one try. And every time you clear the 3 dudes, they won't hit you while you're up there. And you kill the couple other guys that spawn on the trampoline so you can stay on the trampoline. Anyway. What we're aiming for is you kind of notice there's that green tarp over there. There is a place you can stand on similar to the fences. And what we want to do is have Froob use the Lollipop in order to get to that region without activating the pole that will allow you to go back down. So you kind of start in the corner, activate it, and then you want to maneuver over to basically that area, which... Good. Very good. At this point, Froob is going to reconfigure the aim, and he is going to do the same trick to end up at that next set of green tarps over there, which let's see how it goes.
It's looking pretty good.
Very good, very good. Lastly, he's going to get in position. You can kind of tell based on there's going to be some like pipes coming out of the wall here. He's going to have his line up. He knows where it is. And the last bit is you're going to run straight forward. This is a good spot with the pole and the lollipop. He's going to run. If we got it right, we'll see a little checkpoint. That is perfect. And then we're going to hit restart checkpoint. And with that, that was a really good setup so far. But with all of that, if he did it right...
I'm pretty confident that's correct.
Yeah, this should be perfect.
Takes a while because PS3 loading.
Yeah, and with that, we're at the end of the stage.
Oh, my nerves got to me for the first one, unfortunately.
Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit quiet in the middle. I didn't want to say like, oh, he's gonna go here because I know it can like mess up the mind. It's like, oh, maybe I do need to go here. Yeah. You get this big fight, but now we're right before the boss room, and
it's one of these.
Yeah.
The thing that, like Ek was saying as well, the weird thing about the first platform I was trying to get on, you can go out of bounds, obviously, on the other side as well. The invisible platform is more inbounds than out of bounds, so it's quite close to the pole, which is what we hit the first time. If you look back, you'll see that I slightly staggered and fell onto the pole. That was where I was, like, on the edge too much, so... It's kind of like that. It's like, you when you do it a couple of times, you know where to aim for, but that doesn't make it any easier. Like it's the hardest skip in the game for sure. And like,
it's just such a cool thing to see if you've never seen it.
Yes, and if you've got it like first try in PB and you're going for PB, you can't mess it up. Like you cannot mess it up at all. And it's just it's scary. It's very, very scary. But when you get it, it's so satisfying.
We're like a little over 2 hours into this run right now. Imagine having your run killer that late in the game.
Yep.
It's kind of brutal.
From this point on, we're all good. We have a boss coming up here. Lewis. Lewis has 7 phases.
Yeah, he's kind of a menace. We kind of like Josie, I guess, gave all his phases to Lewis.
Yep. This is
also,
cool
I guess, since we were talking about the themes earlier, we had the hippies, we had the new wave kind of deal, like the new wave. Right now we are greasers, so that's kind of the idea. You have the old school like greaser rock kind of thing.
Yep. We also forgot to mention. We also forgot to mention Nick at the minute is undergoing like a little bit of a crisis, considering the fact that he is just ahead. I'm gonna heal just in case. I don't think I will die in this, but it's a just in case,
And this phase is really weird.
Can you rush me again, please?
Yeah, damage doesn't matter right now for phase 1. What matters is you're hoping he'll do a certain attack, so you can parry it, and then it will immediately knock him off the bike. Which
jump slams are pretty good here for like. It's
solid,
not
easy damage.
Do them, but yeah. Because like most of the time he'll do that, and you can't like hit him with armadillo spin. So
it's just such an odd fight.
Yep. Phase 1 is unironically the most annoying part of this fight.
All right, looks like we're getting the parry now.
Yep. That's phase 1. Yeah, such good music. Well, that almost phase 1. This is phase 1. I actually keep forgetting he can attack in this phase, like when he's off the bike.
Keep up now. We gonna fly. You ready? Now let's go to the depths of hell.
One thing I'm concerned about is I have no bullets.
Yeah, luckily you're out of the phase that really needs them.
Yeah. So he's going to try and hit us here, so we have to be like a little bit careful. The idea here is that we want to like try and avoid him. He gets stuck in a pillar, and then we just armadillo spin up the backside. You can get usually 2 off, and then we have to be a bit careful. If you get lucky, you can get more. Oh, that was very good.
All right,
so he'll run away.
Phase 2 is looking pretty clean.
Yep, he'll run away. He'll shoot a lot. He should start to come after me in a second here.
Oh, so I guess we kind of spoiled it a little bit for the fun, but Lewis is meant to be the, like, oh, he's the final one. He's the final boss, right?
Yeah.
So they gave him the 7 to 8 phases.
That's phase 2. Again, it is just we gotta wait for him to do an attack, and then we can get in and do some damage. Usually we do have to wait, yeah, for him to like do another attack before we can end phases, which is a pain.
I think the, like, whenever you take out one of the parts, the other part is a little bit less health, which is nice.
I do not remember seeing this move ever.
I thought you had the like, execute, actually.
Yeah, that's phase 3.
I don't think Elephant Rock's a real music genre. I think he's lying to you.
I've certainly never heard of it before.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm curious. Look up Elephant Rock, see what pops up.
Or just an elephant standing on a rock.
I'm gonna type in music so something actually comes up.
Okay, so yeah, gotta wait for another attack, but not too bad so far. This is why I healed earlier, because yeah, I'm definitely trying to rush this a little bit, and it's definitely getting me a couple more hits, so I'm glad I did take that heal. That's the end of phase 4, question mark? Even I've lost track at this point. At this point, he's going to charge us a lot, do a couple more attacks. So, like, basically every other phase here is just he gets more attacks and we just have to dodge them, etc. You know the drill. Nick, please. Very nice. Got that transition in. That's the end of, I believe, phase 5.
The person that showed up was Cage the Elephant. Which I think is very different than this.
Yeah. I didn't get it. That's a shame. That's fine. Well, we'll get off this, though. That's the end of phase 6.
You killed the elephant.
Actually, was that phase? I think that was phase 5, actually. Aston Kutcher reference, chat.
And Punk, the old MTV show.
If you get lucky enough, you can get under all the shots hit and just get in, like, a whole bunch of hits. It's really nice. Very nice. It's going actually really well. That should be this phase, because this should trigger the thing. Yep, good. And then this will be, I believe, the end.
Good fight.
Do that.
But that wasn't the final boss. You learned through a plot twist that the Dark Bears, their job was to actually die to Juliet. That was actually the whole plan, believe it or not. Which is kind of funny. And in the middle, we get the last stage, Killabilly, which
you'll never guess who he's based off.
Yeah, they decided the final boss of the game will be a giant zombie Elvis.
It is apt, I guess.
I mentioned music's a really important thing for this game, and giant zombie Elvis is there for a reason.
So this isn't like a full big stage. It looks like if this is in-game, but you can skip this phone call with Dead Sensei, don't worry about it. Also, the obligatory Dragon Force.
And he has a gimmick that just basically throwing cars at you, and you have to block them to make bridges. So you're just looking for cars to counter.
Yep. It is unfortunately random, like, where the cars get thrown. If you get unlucky and there's, like, two that are, like, in a bad rotation, like, you won't be able to get, like, that one. Yeah.
This level goes by really quickly, though, considering the basics of it. You do have a few mandatory fights, but a lot of it is going to be navigating with the chainsaw dash. So at this point, you get a lot more movement than the rest of the game, which is kind of nice. There wasn't movement before, but this is probably one of the most movement-intensive levels in terms of just how the game wants you to actually go.
in an ideal world, obviously, these cars that he's throwing, you can parry them, but only when you've killed all the zombies. So if you have like good timing, you can like get a car parried as soon as like you've finished the zombies. Nice pattern. I'll take that.
And yes, zombie kaiju Elvis. That is what this is.
That's how you know this is a Suda game.
I love the idea. It's fun. Yeah, this actually gives me a chance. I never get to talk about it as much these days. For those who do not know, Elvis really enjoyed food. He was a big fan. Yeah. When he started his career, he weighed about 170 pounds. By 10 years later, by the time he died, he weighed 350.
Yep.
He doubled in Elvis. But also, there's a lot of accounts on what Elvis's diet was, which the man enjoyed a lot of good food. He ate, like, he has a lot of stories based on him eating a lot of delicious breakfasts. He had his favorite sandwich, which was the Fool's Gold Loaf, which was a sandwich that is a hollowed out French baguette with a jar of peanut butter, a jar of blueberry jam, a pound of bacon, and then it's all put into this hollowed out loaf. And it's like a 10,000 calorie sandwich. You're meant to share it with people. And he like,
yeah,
it's a wild sandwich. There's a story of how there's a time he went out to like at like 2 a.m. He flew from Tennessee to Colorado to go to the shop that made it. He called them up to wake them up to get them a bunch of sandwiches. And then he just ate a bunch of sandwiches one night with his friends.
So we're going to need bullets for the final boss. So what I'm doing is grabbing a couple of bullets on the way through here because that's going to stop me from having to use one of the chop chops like that one. And also, I went into that fight knowing there were 2 flying zombies and I couldn't do anything about it without bullets. And like, I was very lucky that one of them actually like went close to me there. But the idea there is to get to the blue barrel as quick as possible. A whole bunch of zombies around it, groggy zombies, especially if you get the 2 large ones, and then just take care of them. So this is the last movement part before we get to the final boss. Yep.
I guess everything I was saying was pretty much boiling to that comment of him talking about cheeseburgers, about the food.
Yeah. So in this bit, he's going to fire lasers, which, you know, that's fair. We can't get past this until he hits it with a laser. So you can get good timing and obviously have him break it there. Unfortunately, I didn't replenish my my chainsaw dash. You can replenish it with the blue barrels. The groggy barrels.
I also just remembered, I guess in terms of, I'm sorry about all the Elvis stuff. I just tend to know a lot about Elvis stuff.
Good.
I think this is supposed to also be a reference to a movie.
Interesting.
Bubba Hotep. I think it is a movie with, funny enough, zombie Elvis.
Oh, nice. That called it. Nice. That one's a frustrating one because you can be waiting on the laser for a while. And that is the last one. We are now going to be going into the final boss. Time will not be on the last hit of the final boss.
It is
a little bit extra.
Yeah, there's a little QTE, which I guess you can actually watch the cutscene. You don't normally get to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we'll call time when you actually beat the thing, not like when it normally calls it, because realistically, that's when it should be called anyway, but...
Yeah. It's when the report card comes up after.
It should be that, but we'll call a little bit earlier since it'd probably be like maybe 20 seconds additional.
Maybe 30 for PS3 loading.
Yeah, if you would like to call the what's your PB in this, by the way?
235.37, which curiously
you're
on PB pace.
I'll just say screw the final cutscene. Just go.
We're actually on PB pace.
We are.
That's the wild thing. If I hadn't
keep going. Go for the report card.
If I hadn't messed up Unfinished Cathedral, we would probably 100% be PBing.
Hey, if you have the chance, honestly, just go for it. You can just describe what happens in the cutscene.
4 minutes, which isn't impossible for this fight for 4 minutes, but as you know, this fight is very RNG, or it can be very RNG. He can mess you up timing. I'm going to take a lollipop as well real quick at the start here, because I kind of did face tank a laser or two. I like how I just heard him in the loading screen, and he's not
And this game was a 2012 release. It's hack and slash, Suda, James Gunn, Warner Brothers.
Yep.
This game is also really annoying.
Yeah.
You kind of want to let him like headbang in a way.
On.
And I always aim for the sunglasses because that always seems to be like where he's taking damage.
I think that's gonna be a no on the PB after that. Because now he's just gonna be holding his face.
Yeah, he's annoying.
Yeah. He couldn't get it in time. Yeah, that's gonna be a no now.
One of the worst parts of this fight too is it is very easy to run out of ammo in the in the phase 1. And if you run out of ammo, you have to wait for zombies to spawn in to give you more, which is actually kind of a bit of a tilting thing at this point.
See, what you're supposed to do is you can get hit by these zombies as well. You're supposed to just basically hit between the eyes every time. You have enough time if you don't... Sir? If you don't miss the first one that I did earlier, unfortunately.
Okay, that's looking good, I think. That should be it. Also,
Don't need bullets
there's a
anymore.
lot of QTs here, and if you miss them, they're immediate death.
Yup. Also, this one's weird, because we go into the mouth and then, you know, bust out of the mouth. At the end of the fight, we're going to go in the mouth again. But inside the zombie Elvis.
Actually, I thought she entered through like a hole in his chest that the dad makes or something.
Down, that sucks. So here you got to break the fingers, but you don't want to break like all the fingers because it can reset his like attack. It's just really annoying of a phase, this one. And he also spawns cars with zombies in it, of course, as you do.
Luckily,
But the nice thing about Armadillo Spin is it does have the reach up top, as you can see.
this fight is a little bit chill. You may have noticed Rube is holding onto the star power. There's a good reason for that. And it's basically because phase 1 doesn't really matter that, like, though phase 2 has 2 phases, which is the first half. But no matter how much damage you do, he's almost always going to spawn in a wave. This.
I almost managed to get past it. That's wild. And you have to kill all the zombies before he goes back to the foreground.
I don't think I've ever avoided this phase, though. It's a weird thing.
Almost did. I'm kind of upset.
Ed, you could have got that.
I did not mean to Mickey, but I Mickey'd. Oh. Yes, some Mickey.
That's like an immediate waste of Mickey.
Yep.
It's kind of a
supposed to shoot that. I have no bullets. It won't kill me if I heal. Also, I just iframe for it, so you know.
It should also be noted, because I do see people who are taking an interest in this game in the chat. We do have QT right here, but this is the original game on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 version. The repop version does have a lot of drawbacks from the original. I believe some people have modded it to try and fix things like the music, but even then, if you can play the original, you should try and do that.
Yeah, fully agree.
It's like vastly better. Even the colors are better. Like, it just looks better, which is kind of unfortunate.
This is close.
30
seconds.
It is. Hey, honestly, I'd say go for it. Skip the cutscenes. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Time is coming up in a moment.
I don't think there's enough time for the QTs that happen in here. And the phone call. Yeah. I think if I didn't mess up Unfinished Cathedral, I think it would have PB'd. Which is a shame.
Hey, I mean,
yeah, because this bit that
time.
isn't skippable, yeah. Good run, though. I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, this is just not skippable. Yeah.
We can probably skip the first cutscene anyway and watch the second one.
Yeah. I like the second one. The second one's fun.
Yeah, second one can play out. First one, I mean, we'll just get the time. Long story short, through this cutscene, we'll learn that the only way to stop Killabilly is, funny enough, by using a Nick bomb. So Nick has to sacrifice himself to save the world. Which I guess is really lucky they got Nick's head, huh?
Yep. You think we have just enough dash to make it into these QTs, and time will be coming up after you see the report card, after I skip the next couple cutscenes. That's the last QT right there.
This is a really weird QTE at the end of the game, now I think about it.
And PS3 loading. Time.
All right.
Missed out on PB by 44 seconds. Not bad.
Hey, it was close.
I'll take that.
It was quite close.
Yeah.
It was a good run.
I'm actually genuinely quite happy with that. Especially getting O'Bannon's farm first time. I'm upset about Unfinished Cathedral, but my nerves got to me there. But also, if we had a better Kill Billy first phase, that would have been PB. Oh well. GG.
The mad feast has come to an end. You have truly been a hero. The glory
Now Nick just lives in space.
But unfortunately, in the shuffling of this
Small mix-up.
I will be watching you from above. So please, in my memory, have Juliet do plenty of cartwheels while wearing those little white panties with the teddy bears.
That's Marikawa Sensei, by the way.
He dies very early in the game, and you don't really get to see him in the run at all.
He's a perv, and he also keeps phoning you. So,
hey, look,
this is
he's
the
alive.
aftermath. Yeah.
Juliet.
Hey, look, he's moving. He got his body back. Actually, he got Marikawa's body instead.
Yeah, originally he was like taller than Juliet, and now he's in the body of the old sensei. Although that is an awesome shirt, though.
It is, yeah. Not sure about those sandals. Also, I said Juliet's dad is awesome. You do actually get to see him here. This just surmises the short amount of time he has in the game, and he's great. That's him.
He's also supposed to be an Elvis parody, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Think I lost a testy in the blast, but what the hell? You only need one.
Looking great, sir.
Sure. Even better is the next line.
We best hurry. Your mama's gonna be worried.
Daddy, don't you think you should go to the hospital?
Not necessary. I used a staple gun up there to put the old scrope back together again. I'm a new
What a guy. Also, why does he
That's
just
not
have
how
a
that
staple
works.
gun on him?
That's not how that works. So yeah, that's Lollipop Chainsaw. So the good ending or the bad ending happens after the end credits. And the nice thing that I will say about this game, even if you do a new run, a new any percent run, or is it actually only New Game Plus? I guess it must be New Game Plus.
I think it's just New Game Plus.
Yeah, even if you do like a run on New Game Plus where you don't get all the students in a file after you've got all of them, the game will ask you after this bit, do you want to see the good ending? Honestly, really cool. You won't be seeing the good ending. You'll be seeing the bad ending because we didn't save like 4 people.
And even if if Proof did go for all the survivors in the run, there's one that you missed using the cathedral skip.
Yep.
Everyone, where were you? You were supposed to be home hours ago.
Mom,
She was making that cake, don't
I
forget.
have someone I want you to meet.
Mrs. Starling, hi, I'm Nick.
Oh, you're Juliet's friend.
Mom, what's wrong?
Juliet?
So this would be whether good ending, but we're bad ending.
Come on in, everyone.
Honestly, the bad ending's cooler anyway.
Time for dinner.
Yeah.
Holy mother! Oh!
And by dinner, I mean you.
Not the only game of the PS3 360 era of Sudos that ends in vor. Looking at you, Shadows of the Damned.
Yeah, Shadows of the Damned is, I'll say right now, as much as I love that game is never getting on any GDQ, unfortunately.
We both run Shadows of the Damned. Sorry, you're never seeing it.
I would love
Please
to
go
have
and
it
watch
on, but
Egg
I'm
Running.
not, I know there's some lines that I probably can't get away with.
Yeah, there's just too much in that game. Way too much in that game.
But yeah, that was Lollipop Chainsaw. And Froob, how about before we wrap it on up, if anyone wanted to find you, where can they find you? And any shoutouts?
Yeah, twitch.tv/Froob, unsurprisingly. I speedrun a lot of Yakuza games. The new Yakuza game came out today. It's, oh boy. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. And I just finished Romeo is a Dead Man. If you want to see what my thoughts are on that, spoilers, I'm going to speedrun that game. So, yeah.
I'm excited to
That's how
try
I
the
felt
game
about
out
it.
myself as well.
Either way, like, thank you to Ek for obviously commentating. Like, it was obviously really fun to do this again. Really fun to just bounce off you and just enjoy this. I definitely learned this game because I saw you do it and I wanted to do a pseudo run. And you sold me on the game with how really cool, obviously, the out of bounds are. And hopefully we sold you all on how cool this run is. Because even though, like, very simply we use a lot of Armadillo spin, the actual strats in this run, like, not just the out of bounds, are actually genuinely quite cool. So,
Yeah. And it's nice to see a game like this in this way.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you once again for the run, Froob. If any of you did enjoy this run of Lollipop Chainsaw, Froob does quite a lot of games. You may recognize him from Yakuza stuff if you do watch that, but he does have quite the variety of games if you'd like to check him out. The links should be somewhere in chat. Anyway, we are wrapping it on up for the day. Hopefully you did enjoy this run of Lollipop Chainsaw. We had a bit of a longer game today, and we had one game today, but I thought it'd be kind of fun with Valentine's Day coming around the corner that we can focus on a game that is about love. So hope you all enjoyed that run. We are going to be back, I think, in about 2 weeks, as far as I'm aware. The events always kind of throw it off, but it should be about 2 weeks. We'll be back then. I've been your host, Dices. I usually run these shows. So if you have any questions on how they work, well, check me out sometime. I tend to talk a lot about the process of the shows and all that. So, yeah, it's always a good time. Yeah, we'll be back about 2 weeks. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or night. Before we do go, just so you know, if you missed out on either of the Hotfix shows tonight, you can stay tuned for replay of Crosshair and Speedruns from the Crypt coming up right after a break. You can also tune in tomorrow for more GDQ Hotfix and our live shows. Friday. It'll be Friday. Anyway, thank you all very much. Have a wonderful rest of the day or night, and take it easy.